All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High God has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. All right. I'm coming with a message. This is it. You hear that? This is it. And when I came up with that title, I thought about Michael Jackson's title to his last concert was This Is It. And what I'm saying is there is something very powerful to know today that we might not have known yesterday. I want so bad to say I didn't know, but I can't give the glory to him in whom it is due if I say that I knew, as if what he has revealed to me uh, uh, was not uh, confirmation or closure. So this is it. This is it. In the last 2 days, I decided to really feel this thing called the end, trying to get some closure. Well, and I did. I searched um, Ezekiel, I searched Isaiah, and I searched Jeremiah. I even went as to uh, speak and hear into Matthew's, okay? Just to kind of hear Yeshua HaMashiach and his overview of the end days and the days after the end, because he gave a lot of good information, Yeshua HaMashiach. Uh, and what I've learned so much in the last 2 days, to I now can actually say, this is it. He brought me to a level of fullness, of understanding why in 2020 he kept saying to me over and over, it's finished, Deborah. It's over. It is finished. It is over. It is finished. And for the 2020, 2021, 2022, this is what kept ringing. And in the year 2023, it stayed with me, even to today. This is it. Him saying it is finished, I now know the power that holds that itself, that it is finished. Because what he revealed to me in the last 2 days, it makes there be a closure within me as a prophetess in the wilderness. And what that means is it took me to a level where I now can embrace the fact that what he has allowed me to come to terms with, it wasn't created for everybody. Not only was it created for everybody, he didn't orchestrate it, predestine it, nor ordain it to be that which can be found going through the narrow gate. And it goes back to what he says, very few shall find therein. It answer all the questions. Now I can actually tell you today what is about to happen and how all things going to pan out. It's not going to change what you were informed of in your spirit, but it's going to bring a closure. And where you go from here is where you go, and you take yourself. Because like he said, it is really finished. It's over. This is it, y'all. Last night I decided to hear from Isaiah, Ezekiel, and Jeremiah on this topic. I wanted to hear their standpoint of view. And what I heard from Isaiah, and I heard it from Jeremiah, then I heard Ezekiel, and I said, you know what? Let me go over here to Mount Olive, where the disciples sit privately with Yeshua to get the fullness of the end. And then I say, well, you know what? This is it. This is it. The Father showed me why he said, do not swim with them, Deborah. Don't go with them in the water and swim with them regarding the rapture. Okay. He said there's no rapture. It never was, and nor shall it be. So in these last 2 days, he have put the closure on it in me. And now I, to Deborah, today could say to you all, it is finished. This is it. Ooh-wee. I had no idea that we were standing that close to that is it. This is it. I had no idea. I first want to say I thank the Most High for who he was, he is, and who he's going to be, and what he has been to me in my life, and allowing me to share in his mystery, his word from his bosom, and not so much the voice of the land, the earth, the world itself, but being a student of his and being taught from the level of where he has suffered me to be taught, and not so much in the environment where flesh reside. And with that being said, I learned the 10 virgins, the parable of, or the example, what heavens is likened to. Now, I already knew what heaven is likened to. That's that predestined situation. Heavens is giving us, my oven is going off. Hold on. So that a fire wouldn't start, the alarm thing was kicking off, letting me know I need to cut it off. But I want to get into several things, and I'm going to take you to the topic, why it is finished. Okay. I want you all to understand, I learned that I mentioned to you all too many times that as I were reading, is this thing for real? Is it telling me that my stove is catching on fire? Oh, do y'all see it getting smoky in here? Do you all? I had never known an oven that had like a fire alarm on it, to the point where it's It's going off like it's a fire alarm. And it's not that it's a fire, it's just that my food is burning. So I guess that is a good warning. Okay. And like I was saying to you all, I'm going to tell y'all something. I've spoke several times in videos explaining to you all that I was confused with understanding what I was understanding. And I was confused because I was trying to understand what's this thing with Satan? What is it with him? What is his deal? What's wrong with him? You know, I even spoke with you all about how I see him as one that has a lot of respect of the Most High Yah. He has a lot of respect. And what I think we as the flesh don't understand, because we don't have that type of respect for Yah. We don't have that type of fear of Yah. We don't have that type of belief of the Most High Yah. Satan said, y'all can have what y'all want. I don't mess with him. I know who he is. And I try to explain to you all, I sit back and I start reading and I start saying, how is it that Satan has the sense to fear Yah, but men and women have no fear? How is it that Satan communication is with respect? And I fought with that. How can he respect you, Father, and flesh and blood, whom you given your own image to, and you giving your breath to? They don't have no respect whatsoever, no fear of you. And it was confusing me. It really does. So when I got into Revelation chapter 20, I'm like, wait a minute. How can the heavens and the earth fear you like that? You know why I'm asking these questions? Because I'm like saying, Father, I fear you. I respect and honor you. I know you are. But what's wrong with humans on this earth that they don't have that type of fear for you? Why is it they don't have that type of respect? And I told you all, when I sat back and I read that Job situation, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. How does Satan know about your right hand? I know about your right hand. I know about your stretched out arm, but what's Satan doing knowing about it? You see what I'm saying? That confused me, y'all. It confused, it really, it made me wonder, wait a minute, how does Satan know about it? The reason why I'm trying to figure out how Satan see the Most High Yah is because I'm trying to look at you all. I'm looking at the world, the flesh on this earth. I'm looking at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, churches. All of these people have no fear of the Most High God, no honor, no respect toward who he is. So when I look over here, I'm like, why Satan respecting you? Why do the earth, what is it? The heavens and the sea, what they running from? It says, when the heavens and the sea saw the face of Yah, they fled, took off. They knew it was the end. I'm trying to grip that mentally in this flesh body. I'm trying to grip that. I like it. I really like it because that's how I see him. That's how I feel about him. That's how I see him. He's worthy to be feared. He's worthy when you see drop down, and when you don't see him, drop down. That's how I see him. So I'm trying to grip this world I'm living in that don't see him like that. Don't see him with all this great power, this right hand, this stretched out arm. Father, what is going on? Why is it they don't see it? So throughout my life, this is how I had to live, not getting it. Why these flesh and bloods don't have no respect for you? It doesn't make any sense. So today, I got word about Satan again. And he's explaining to me, he said, Deborah, Satan is not the way we were taught that he is. His strength of who he is comes from what we give him. We give him his power. We give him his strength. And then he began to break it down to me. He said, Satan is not the type that are doing the things that everybody else is doing. He only likes power. He likes power. That's his downfall. He in love with power. And the Most High Yah know that Satan only likes power. So I'm sitting here listening. I'm like, wait a minute. So this is it, huh? Yes, this is it, Deborah. Hey, Jeremiah, why you didn't tell me this? Ezekiel, Isaiah. You know why they didn't? Because when I went into them and when I went into their zone, I wanted to hear from them. So I was hearing what they were saying. And then when Ezekiel couldn't get something, I heard behind Ezekiel, and I heard the Father pull up and say something. And I heard Yah, you see? In Jeremiah, if I can't get something from Jeremiah, the Most High Yah pull up in Jeremiah, and he'll give me what I need. So here I am in Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and Isaiah, and all of them coming into one. I said, hold up, something wrong with this. And I'm going to break that thing down to show y'all why he said it's over, it's finished. And this is it. This is really it. Now, what he was explaining to me regarding Satan, the devil, he said that because we taught ourselves and let flesh and blood lead and guide us, direct us, flesh and blood showing us darkness and pretending it's light and walking therein. This is why we can't serve Yah with trembling and fear. This is why we can't honor Yah. That's why we can't praise him. That's why we can't put him where he belongs. But what's the deal? I'm like, but Satan does. Because he really knows it's the Father. He already knows. Remember, I was telling y'all, how is it that Satan knows he's going to the lake of fire and he don't have no problem with that? That's confusing to me. He ain't trying to get something that he know he ain't going to hold on to. If the Father had predestined everything and ordained everything and foreknew everything, and then in the Lamb Book of Life he put you in, and in the other books he put you in, then tell me, what role do Satan play on the earth? None whatsoever. We have been deceived by those that are deceivers, that works as the children of he that is the father of lies. What is it that Satan gains? What do he gain? Nothing. We chose to follow him instead of following Yah. And we walk around like we holier than thou. Role playing it for all it's worth, and it's over. Satan gonna get into his location, and we gonna be where he have already assigned us. So if the Father had predestined everybody, it shows you that he is the potter over the clay of the clay. And when he said, I am the potter of the clay, I cause one to honor and one to dishonor. So if this is the Father, where is Satan in this? If the Father says, I have a Lamb Book of Life, and I have the book that leads to the lake of hell, what is Satan ruling? I'm saying? Do you understand? I even spoke to you all and I said, now, Adam and Eve, what would have made him take his crown off and allow Eve to entertain? That's why you know something's wrong. Because it was never given unto her. It was spoken to the spirit of Adam. You see, what was spoken to Adam? The first commandment and the first law, which is instruction and direction. One instruction and one direction was spoken to Adam, and Adam was the only one that was there. So when you really look at it, you try to figure out, wait a minute, hold up now. Satan did not tell them to pass up the trees, nor the tree of life. He didn't tell them to pass up that, to go here to the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That was something they did before he even started. They even entertained him. It was their predestined, ordained position to join in with Satan. Because if it was Satan, then he would have mentioned himself. You see, he was placed in the garden with the tree of knowledge of evil and good. What happened to the tree of life? And furthermore, y'all never really thought there was other trees. What made man, who has given the charge of one instructions in one direction, not to take up this tree, but what made him even take her and him, because he was present in the midst of the only tree that he was told, do not take up? It wasn't because Satan forced them or made them. What made them even go there into that area, over passing the tree of life, passing the other trees? What I'm learning is we've given Satan too much credit, too much power, too much authority that he himself knows that he don't own. That's deep for me. So this is it. As I was listening to Isaiah, Ezekiel, and Jeremiah tell me how the Father is going to take Israel and how it's going to be done, I was so happy. Oh, yeah. Woo, I was so happy. And then the Father put it all into part and was telling me what and why it is over. It is finished. Okay, let me get there. And then we're going to get back to Satan so you can realize that Satan ain't nobody. He ain't never been nobody. That was your wall. And that's why your judgment must go where Satan shall end up. You shall end up like unto. Okay? Because heavens already knew who you were. When he assigned Satan, he assigned all the ones, okay, that comes from the seed that he has ushered from heaven to be in Satan's side. You see, heavens had already orchestrated everyone, y'all. We've given Satan the power and the credit. That's why you see in Africa has always been voodoo and witchcraft. And you wonder why their land has been desolated and children die from different diseases and all kind of things without food. They have always worshiped wicked and evil. It's a lot of people, nations that still right today practice all this witchcraft. They said, I ain't gonna say they said, but it is known how is it Iran or Iraq, where you see the women all wrapped up. Okay? But I hear, from what I'm hearing, they messing with the little girls though. Big time. They in this sex trafficking thing, but it's not illegal where they at because they've been doing it for so long. Even making them marry their own kinfolks, brothers, making the little girls be given to their own brothers and their own fathers as a sex toy. That's all I think it is. All this legally marrying and all this. See, people make their own laws. Well, y'all got a law for you, and it's called the lake of fire. How about that? How about that? Now, let me tell you this. What I learned was it is really finished. This is it. The Father showed me. Now, I want you all to understand this is what you call the best news for Sister Deborah, to learn this. And I got the fullness today, this morning, because I read Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah last night. I was searching for when and how all this is going to take place. It is so finished, y'all. It is finished. And what I mean by this is that this is it. Let me tell you why. Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah was informing me that the Father is going to come and collect his. Okay? That's the small remnant. Okay? The small remnant is considered those that are the saints. They are the church. They are the servants of the Most High Yah. They are the elects. These are all of those that are in the small remnant that he's coming for. But guess what? When he come for them, they are already marked in their forehead. He has already marked them. Where? Revelation chapter 7. Revelation chapter 9. He tells the scorpions, the one who opened up the pit, he gave him the keys to open up we're gonna go into it. Verse in Revelation chapter 9, and then he told them they can do whatever they want, the scorpion, but they cannot touch those that are marked. We are marked that are getting up out of here. We are marked that these things ain't gonna happen to us, but we're gonna live to see things happening to others, but not to the point where it's going to be coming up on us. You see, where we can see it and say, oh yeah, oh no. It's not coming for us, even though we're gonna be here when these things happen. But that's now, y'all, because we're looking at all these things in Revelation. We're not looking at things in the spiritual scenery. We're looking at it, the fleshly scenery. And because we're looking at it as the flesh scenery, we can't see it in the spirit. Because we're wanting Revelation to walk this thing up and down in a way that we can see it natural. And it's already going on. We have been marked in our foreheads already. So when you see them floods and them hurricanes and you hear all these things are going on, he told the angels, don't touch none of it. The wind, you hold them winds on that four corner. You hold everything back into minds. It's marked. Before those things came on, last week and this week and the week prior, Yas was already marked. And this is why you see all this going on. Because now the angels that was on the four corners that was holding the wind and the floods and the earth. And he said, don't hurt the trees and nothing until mines are marked. That's Revelation chapter 7. Now, I pull up in chapter 8 of chapter 9 of Revelation. And here he telling this one angel, he gave him as a star from heaven. He gave him the key to the bottomless pit to open it up. But one thing he's them to do. Everything that came from out of that bottomless pit, he charged them. You better not touch those who are marked in their foreheads. It leads me to understand, no matter what Biden and Trump or what the China or Russia and them going to do, it's going to be done, y'all, right before the eyes. But y'all's are sealed. Why? He coming. Did you all know this Antichrist and this false prophet and all of these things? We're going to escape that. We're not going to be here for it. We're going to be here while it's taking its course, but we're not going to be in it. And guess who's going with us? The Gentiles that has been grafted in, they coming right behind us. That 144,000. So what me and someone came over this morning and we did our summary. We pulled up 144,000 percentage of 20 million in the world. And you only came up with 20%. Wow, that's scary, y'all. That is so scary. So the small remnant is as small as it has been prophesied that it would be. See, a lot of people thinking everybody getting out of here. That's not true, y'all. They're going to be left right here. Only those that are under the body of Hamashiach, not under the tribe of Judah or the house of Israel, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Listen to this. Only those that are under the 12 tribes. It's not the 12 tribes. They are the saints. They are the church. They are the servants. They are the elects of God that's under the body of Hamashiach. That's who he's coming for. And under those that's under the body of Hamashiach, they fall under the 12 tribes. But guess who's coming with us? Those who have been grafted in. See, the Gentiles have already been grafted in. And let me show y'all what happened. So he said, you know how you've been making videos after videos and you have told them what's going on with these Gentiles? How is it they speaking truth? So you won't get Negroes to tell you the truth of the whole matter. But Sister Deborah going to tell you like it is. I've told y'all, these Gentiles are speaking truth. And I'm trying to figure this thing out. And I'm not talking about the truth of you, the true Hebrew Israelites. The truth. The word of God. You see, we think truth is we the people, we the children, we the two Jews. Baby, truth was before we even exist. So why do we make us to be the truth? No, we ain't the truth. We just the people that he chose from out of his seed, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see, we are not what you call the truth. So what he's saying is, you went and you spoke to the people on that platform. You spoke of it several times, Deborah. Don't you remember telling them that you couldn't understand why the Gentiles are pulling up with truth? How many times have I at least made 5 videos telling y'all these Gentiles are pulling up with truth, y'all. They are coming out of the 4 corners with us. They pulling with us. The Father don't have to justify and clarify and identify everything to you because you ain't nobody. Only to his servants in which he has called to know his mystery that has never been hidden, but it was only given to his servants, his prophets. So I'm like saying, you mean to tell me this morning, I say, wait a minute, you mean to tell me all that time I'm sitting here trying to understand how is these Gentiles catching on to this stuff? How is it they getting this here? What Sister Deborah was talking about, which y'all didn't understand, I was talking about, hey, wait a minute, they understand the spirit and truth. See, I'm talking about my Father's word. I ain't talking about you, the true Hebrew Israelite. They are not to look at you as the truth. Why? Because you ain't the truth. You ain't the word. You ain't God's spirit. So why do they have to abide by you? So when we're getting out of here, the 144, it has been said, the 144. But what the Spirit was telling me, and it's the 144 of the tribes of Judah. You notice Dan ain't counted in that. But I'm just thinking of what the 144 in which the Spirit is revealing to me of the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. Now, when I say that, the first thing that sparks up in all the Negroes is, oh, we getting out of here. It's us. But see, that's where you messed up. You're going to be laying your chair right here. You ain't going nowhere with that mindset. The Gentiles are going to come right with us. Yah is going to bring them out as well. Those that are what? Grafted in. When were they grafted in, Deborah? Before the foundation of the world. They came through belief and faith. Not through the Hebrew Israelites. They came through to be grafted in through belief and faith. They're going to be going too. We that are a part of the 144,000, which is as small as a small remnant, and I mean that's a small remnant, we're going out. And it is a blessing, y'all. Because when you see or when you understand in spirit and truth the other things that's going to take place that's going to not include us, you're going to realize we out of there then, huh? Yes, you are going to be out of there. But when he told that angel, he said, don't hurt the trees. Let me see that. Revelation chapter 7. Revelation chapter 7. In Revelation chapter 7, listen to what he says. And he ain't playing. But we don't know him like that. Because we don't take him for who he is. In Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on what? 4 corners of the what? Of the earth. Now listen to this. Holding the 4 winds. Wait a minute. Hold up, Father, y'all. Can we stop right there? How about that? How about that? Holding the 4 winds. What are they doing with the winds? Y'all didn't hear about what happened? Ain't none of y'all heard about what happened all over the world, do you? Have y'all? Nope, you ain't heard it. Because you can't put 1 and 2 together. And that's what's wrong with the people. They can't put 1 and 2 together and say, wait a minute, this is the right hand of the Father. This is his prophecy. This is revelation. No, they can't see it. They want you to give them glory because they informing you, oh, this is what the Bible spoke. No. You got to take them there. You got to take them all the way there and drop their tails right in the midst of it so they can understand. This is the power of the Father that has been prophesied that shall come. So what happens? Now, these 4 angels are holding the winds of the earth. That the wind shall not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any trees. What are we talking about? Hurricane. Why is he telling him? He's saying that those, you ain't gonna do that. Your 4 angels tell him don't do that. That's what the Father is telling this other angel. He said, and I saw another angel ascending from the east. Now here comes this one from the east. Finna warn the 4 angels on the 4 corners that's holding the wind. He's about to what? Tell them. What is he about to say? In verse 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living Yah. He's coming with the seal of the living Yah. Listen to what he said. And cried with a loud voice. Why are you hollering? Why are you crying? He's crying with a loud voice in the spirit realm. So those angels on the 4 corners can grip what about to happen. And what did he say? And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to do what? Hurt the earth and the sea. This is all the floods and stuff y'all seeing all over the world. They at least had 8,000 people die already, y'all. So if that happened already in the last 2 weeks, at least in 10 different locations. The angels then released the wind, y'all. But why didn't they release it? They couldn't release it until what? Watch this here. And he said to the 4 angels to whom it was given. What was given to them? Yah has given them the power and the mission to hurt the earth and the sea. Now look at verse 3, Revelation chapter 7, verse 3, saying, hurt not, neither the sea nor the trees. See, he telling them, don't hurt the earth, neither the sea, and neither the trees, till we have sealed the servants with an S of our Yah in their foreheads. I love that. I love that. That's how my Father rumbled. He's telling them, oh, we can't do nothing. He wants us to seal his first. And when you finish, tear their tails up. Tear them up. And then what it says. And I heard a number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of the tribe of the children of Israel. The tribes and the children of Israel. And then it began to give you 12 tribes. 12,000 out of each tribe. And like I told you, when you come down to us, y'all, let me get y'all straight. Let's go for us, Negroes. You know, let's go us. Only 12,000, baby. So if the whole house of Israel is 144,000, you Negroes ain't nothing but 12. So that's what? About 1, maybe 2%, maybe 3%. So that is a small remnant. So tell me how many of y'all getting up out of here? You think y'all going? All right, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. A lot of times I had to say something I feel real sad about, but the Father had me to say it to my youngest son. Not that mother has not given you many prophecies. Just because you haven't seen them don't mean you won't. They coming for you. See, that's what a lot of people think. Things are just being said for the hell of it. That's the same mindset that I was telling y'all that people, period, has. Satan know what's going down. And I'm going to show you how he knows what's going on. He ain't trying to buckle up and fight y'all. He only doing what y'all has charged him to do. That's us giving him all the power and the glory and the credit. That's us. And that's why the Father told him in Genesis chapter 3 and 15, your seed going to be on one side and mine's going to be on another. He ain't telling Satan, I gave you power to do this to them. No, he's letting them know those going to follow you, they're going to follow you. And those that I have called to my Lamb Book of Life, they're going to be on my side. But I'm going to let you know, I'm going to put a division for the two. And I'm going to have mine always crushing your head. Satan needs to buckle up saying, I'm going to have mine crushing yours. I'm going to do this. No, he ain't sitting here, but he ain't never buckled up against the Father. But then they tell you the fallen angels coming down here with all this authority and this power. All that stuff is lies. Because they ain't got nothing else to do but to lie on something that does not have the power to be in anything. The Father is the power. That's who you should be scared of. Not the fallen angels. The one that rules from the top to the bottom is the beginning and the end. That's the one you should be scared of. That's the one you should fear. That's the one you should be bowing down to and worshiping and praising and honoring and giving glory to. Instead, we give it to everything outside of him. Fallen angels, as you all want to claim it, you won't find one scripture saying it and calling it that. If they want to have that, they can have it because they are fallen angels themselves in their mindset. They have fell on their head. Okay, so here in Revelation 7, it shows you all in the last month, no, about 6 weeks, all these big old hurricanes and earthquakes and stuff that's going on, we bypass it as a prophecy of the Father. Wait a minute, heaven speaking. Oh, we ain't gonna say heaven speaking. We gonna give a credit to the devil like French y'all does. The devil speaking. Baby, the devil ain't never had nothing to speak about. You better back that thing up and back it down and know that this is my Father's prophecy. Now let's go over to Revelation chapter 9. When we go into Revelation chapter 9, here we go again. In Revelation chapter 9, it says, verse 1, and the fifth angel sound, and I saw a star fall from heavens unto the earth. Wait a minute, hold up. Hold up. Who is in control here? I want to know who is in control. Who was in control in verse 7, chapter 7? See, y'all don't know. Y'all giving wicked and evil all this power and fail to realize Proverbs 16 and verse 4. Y'all said, I created it, Deborah. Wicked and evil for the days of evil. Now, we won't give him the authority and be fearful of what he's capable of doing. We give it all to those who don't have the power to do nothing to us, but we fear them. We turn them into power that they do not have. And we're going to back it up before I get off of here tonight. Now, watch this here. Here we are pulling up in Revelation. The fifth angel. Wait a minute, Father, y'all, can I just say this? Where is this fifth angel coming from? You see what I'm saying? Oh, they don't even understand heaven, do they, Father? They don't understand your glory, your power, your right hand. What is this right hand doing? He's sending the fifth angels. The fifth angel sound. And I saw a star fall from heaven. Wait a minute, hold up. Father, you sure it's not coming from hell? It's not coming from the lake of fire? See, we ain't gripping this thing, y'all. We ain't gripping what's going on here. We have been deceived by our own selves. And that's why we're going to pay the penalty in hell. That's why the gate is broad. And that's why we that are going in the books are going to hell. It's because we're going to hell in a handbasket with our eyes wide open. Because here it is in Revelation chapter 9. And the fifth angel sound, and I saw a star fall from heavens unto the earth. Watch this here. Now, what they would tell you, that's a fallen angel. They'll tell you that's a fallen angel. Let's see here. Let's see what it says. And to him was given the keys to the bottomless pit. Now, when Satan has to control over the bottomless pit, who gave this angel that fell from heavens, who gave him the keys? See, we don't want to give the keys to he that is the beginning and the end, who hold that right hand power. We want to give it to Satan. Now, some fools will say that this is the fallen angel. It's telling you there's a fifth angel that sound. This is an angel that has a mission from the Most High Yah at his throne. And what do he say? And I saw a star. John telling you what he saw. Fall from where? From heaven unto the earth. And to him was given the keys to the bottomless pit. Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute, who got the power to give an angel a key to the bottomless pit? Y'all messed up on the floor up. This is what's wrong with the people. We've given Satan power he ain't even tell us to give him. Ooh, we in trouble. We're getting ready to move y'all out of here. And if you're that far behind, you are not one of the small remnant. And I want to tell the tribe of Judah, you ain't coming up and pulling up in 144. You're only pulling up in 12,000. That's the small remnant. So all this about the 12 tribes, this and the 12, your nation, your tribe alone ain't pulling up but 12,000. You're talking 3% or less. It's coming up out of here. Now watch this here. Now, in Revelation chapter 9, and watch what this one that holds the keys. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air was darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. Verse 3, and there came out a smoke, locust unto the earth. Smoke, locust upon the earth. And to them was given. Who gave them that power, Father? Who gave them locusts that power? See, we just don't have no sense. and we ain't gonna have none. All this is being done, and we started giving Satan, the beast, the Antichrist, Trump, Biden. We're giving them all that strength and power, and they ain't got nothing. Look what's going on here. Look what heaven is doing. So what happens? Verse 3, Revelation chapter 9, verse 3. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as a scorpions of the earth have power. Okay, now watch this here, verse 4. And it was commanded them that they shall not hurt the grass of the earth, shall not hurt the grass of the earth, neither the green things, neither the trees, but only those men which has not the seal of Yah in their foreheads. They're not going to be able to come to get us. You see, those who don't have the seal, that's who they're going to get. We sealed already. We were sealed back in Revelation chapter 7. So the hell that's hitting the earth, we are excluded from it. You see? So while we run around here monkeying around with these men on this earth calling themselves holier than thou, we're making a fool out of ourselves. 24. Those days are over. You should now be trying to be submissive under the head, which is the Most High Yah, Hamashiach. That's over the body. Now, he didn't send out for us to be sealed, but he sent this angel to open up the bottomless pit for these here locusts to come out and be what? Like a scorpion on the earth having power. Watch this here. And it commanded them in verse 4 that they should not hurt the grass, the earth, neither the green things, neither the trees, but only the men which had not the seal in their forehead. The men that has not the seal. Now, what seal is that? The seal of Yah. The one that came down in Revelation 7 to seal Yah's servants. Anybody that don't have that seal, go for what you know. Get them. That's a lot of people. Watch this here. Verse 5. And to them it was given that they shall not kill them, but that they shall be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as a torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. Verse 6. And in them days shall men seek death. That's just how bad it's going to be, y'all. And shall not find it. And shall desire to die. And death shall flee from them. Now, who is this causing death to flee from them? The Most High, y'all. You ain't going to die, bro. I told y'all my judgment's going to hit that earth. Y'all thought I was playing, didn't you? Y'all still today, year 2023. What month is this? September, you still think I'm playing. You ain't seen nothing yet. I just want to let y'all know I sealed mine. And did you all understand? Those that have been sealed of the Most High are also Gentiles. They are also Gentiles, baby. They have too been sealed. The one that has been grafted in, they have been sealed. And then before I finish, you will understand why that they are included. It will make sense to you. Okay, so here it's showing you throughout Revelation, it's showing you that he is taken care of. So a lot of things that y'all gonna see and hear about that's taking place. Now with this scorpion, that scorpion coming and stinging, that can be another bio thing that they about to bring out. You see what I'm saying? That could be that. You see? Ain't gonna touch your eyes. You see what I'm saying? It could be anything that they bring out. You have to see it as the judgment of what Revelation is already talking about. He is not telling them that they're going to come up and you're going to see scorpions flying all on the ground, sticking people. No. You got to come in the spiritual realm, see what the Father's doing. He's showing up and showing out. He's calling it out in the spirit realm, bringing it to the natural. Y'all just missed it. I'm going to continue to miss it. This thing is spirit, always been. And he was getting on me this morning about that. He said, always know, when I say stay in your lane, you stay there. Because only thing that's going to be set up from the floor up is in spiritual realm. Spiritual realm going to call it up and call it down, and then you're going to see things natural. So while they running around here telling y'all all this horse mess, people telling people it's time to prosper, you're going to gain this, God going to give you this, y'all go on. He going to give you something. So this here could either be the next bio, or this could be the next steam. Okay, meaning, but I think it's the next bio that they're about to bring out. You see? Now, you see, Revelation then spoke to your spirit and told you, I told the angels to hold up. Don't you touch that ground until you see a man. Then he poured up, and then you're wondering over there, oh, over there, they lost 10,000 people, or 2,000 people died. So what? So what? My Father's will is at hand. He said, don't you dare interfere with my prophecies. These things come to pass, Deborah. Stand in the lane mean it's spirit. You read it in spirit, let it flow in the natural. It's working on my power. And y'all think it's Satan. Satan working for y'all. And I'm going to show you that. So what he was sharing with me is, what is happening is, he's going to take hens and the grafted ones out of here. And we're going to journey to the promised land. But where the renewing, the new heart, the new everything, it's going to be in the promised land. But guess what, y'all? Those that's in the promised land is going to be connected as well to the New Jerusalem. Praise somebody, yeah. Once we make it to that promised land, y'all, it's over. It is over. That's it. All these lands and all these, oh man, if y'all knew. He said, okay, now, they talking about some rapture, huh? Baby, that's it. That's it. Everything else is on me. I sit back and I said, wait a minute, hold up. You sure? You ain't coming to do nothing. No, you sure? Yeah. He's going to throw up and throw out. He's going to take his with his small remnant, and he's going to get the Gentiles as well. He's going to see us to the promised land. We're going to be in the promised land. And for that time on, y'all, from that time on, that's it. Many of us are going to die there because of our our years. But the years, by him putting us a new heart and he's giving us a new flesh heart. That's what Ezekiel said. He ain't giving us a new heart like Sister Deborah, 63. The new heart that's going to be on in me is going to be like a little child. So he said, I'm not going to give you a spiritual heart. I'm going to give you a flesh heart too. So he's letting you know that while we sitting here thinking that we got to wait for a man to lead us and guide us and show us. No, you don't, baby. You just don't know the plan of the true one. He getting you out. He sealed you already, letting you know all this crap that they doing, you going to see it, but it ain't going to affect you at all. That's a blessing in a blessing. That is a blessing in a blessing. Now, where it's going to affect you is when you see it, you're going to be like, oh, you see? But you're going to see eventually that it's not going to affect you. You're going to realize, wait a minute, I must be marked. Because he's going to get you out. He's going to take the Gentiles out right with us. We're going to go to the promised land. And guess what? We in there, y'all. We in there. And everything after that, we are in there. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like saying, oh, I kind of like that how it's rumbling. Because what he's saying is the way people are teaching and preaching is getting us to think that, okay, this here, the Antichrist and all of this, those are for the judgment of people on this earth who have sinned and committed all kind of wicked and evil and is following the flesh of man and the flesh of woman and following the ways of wicked and evil. That's who they are going to, those people going to remain right here. So like say for instance, Sister Deborah tells someone and prophesied that if you don't do this or this here is going to happen, he's going to bring this upon you. The Father say, Deborah, here or there, it's going to come to pass. See, because people think when you speak, you can't be because I don't see it. Can you see in the spirit realm? No, you can't. But it will be revealed, but you don't want to be here. You see, you don't want to be here watching the discipline of the Most High Yah, judgment. So he went on to telling me that's why, Deborah, they don't understand when I said that until. He was telling me all this stuff today. I was like overloaded. He said, why did you think I say until the time of the Gentiles is completed? Until the time of the Gentiles is completed. Will he come back and deal and judge and deal with the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah? The whole house of Israel, the judgment. That's what that's about. You see, the whole house of Israel think they gonna walk up out of here, heading to a promised land, and they not, y'all. Because you remember, I confused with why are you letting them do all this wicked and evil and talk like this and act like this, and then have the audacity to walk them up out of here, Father God? What's going on? Oh no, they ain't, Deborah. They ain't coming up out of here. They're gonna remain right here. Because what they did, they caused people to follow them, which is their flesh. They never told the people, here the Father is. Follow his light. Follow his spirit and truth. They directed those that belong to them. And that's why they're going to remain with them. But what is mine, I'm getting them up out of here. Furthermore, tell those people, I have already sealed mine to be separate. Him sealing his is only 12,000 of the tribe of Judah. That ain't no number, y'all. That is a very small piece, a little portion. If you already sealed them, but wait a minute, hold up. That's not including the Gentiles. No, the Gentiles were grafted in, but they wasn't grafted in to be who we are. They were grafted in through Yeshua HaMashiach, which is belief and faith. But when were they grafted? Before the foundation of the world. So that's why when Sister Deborah pulled up and tried to figure out, Father, wait a minute, hold up. These Gentiles is on it. And you all never questioned me, never asked, well, why are you saying the heathens and Gentiles is on it? It's because they speak in spirit and truth, you guys. I'm the prophet in the wilderness, student of the Ruach HaKodesh. And I'm trying to figure out, wait a minute, what them Gentiles doing talking what y'all giving me? How is it they could be speaking what you giving me, Father, y'all? Because they were grafted in, Deborah. They wasn't grafted in when you came on the scene. They were grafted in before the foundation of the world. They came in through the part of belief and faith. You came in through the part of righteous belief, faith, and fear. They came in through belief and faith. But they came in from heaven, not from the earth. They don't have to answer to us. We the one bent up and bent down. That's why they're going to be overwhelmed with us. That's why they're going to want to work and do things with us and for us, because they are of us. That's why they ain't going to have no problem serving us and working with us and for us, because they are of us. Doing Negro men sitting and women sitting around and tells lies. That's why I tell y'all, I don't believe in all this racial mess. Say that for the wicked and evil. Because if you're getting caught up in it, you ain't going nowhere either, because they're coming right behind you with the mighty right hand of the Father. So he gets us out. We go on the journey to the promised land. We get there, and that's when he's going to give us the new heart, a spiritual heart. He's going to put a new spirit in us and everything. It ain't going to be, we're going to be like this when we here. This is when we get there, because we some ugly people. Unrighteous in the way we do things, in the way we think. But because before the foundation of the world, he had you listed to come up out of here. So that's how you coming up out. They don't have to justify, clarify, and identify you to get up out of here. They came through Yeshua HaMashiach, through belief and faith. So that's how they're going to get out of here. It don't speak of them coming, but it didn't speak of them going out of Egypt either, but they were there. That's us messed up. Many of us is going to be left behind. Because when I think of that small remnant of 12,000 of the tribe of Judah, that ain't nothing. That reminds me of the narrow gate, and very few shall find therein. That's what it reminds me of, because it's just that small remnant that's coming up out of here. We get to the other side. I was trying to say, I said, okay, you're gonna give us a new heart, you're gonna give us a new spirit, you're gonna give us all this stuff, and you're gonna clean our field, you're gonna get us right. But wait a minute. He's doing that for a reason, y'all, because we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right in the promised land. So he come tell me, he said, and you know how Ezekiel with them dry bones? He said, you know how you was trying to tell them how them dry bones are going to be men and how they're going to be coming together as if they died in a war. See, that's what people don't get. Those dry bones are all over the place. They scattered. And the dry mean they've been there for thousands of years. They've been there a long time. And he telling Ezekiel, you think these dry bones can live? Those dry bones, Yah said he's going to take the army of the multitude of men over to the promised land. So we're not only going to have a military force, and David going to be their backup. See, we don't want to see it in the spirit. We want to see it in the flesh, the way these flesh men teaches. We want to see it their way. And if you see it their way right here. You ain't going nowhere. That spirit of truth. You ain't going, you sitting right here. You're going to be submissive to them. You're going to do everything they do. You're going to die with them. You'll eat with them. You'll suffer with them. You're going to be judged with them. You're going to be in the fire with them. So guess what? You made it with them. But when we get on that other side, the spirit of his right hand going to cleanse us up and get us right. And while we're over there, he's going to also bring in the multitude of men. They were the dry bones. I can only imagine they had to have been David's army. Those men that fought in David's army. That's why David going to pull up. And it tells these Negro men that over and over and over, David going to pull up in the promised land. They don't like that. They don't like that. Because see, what we do is we want to teach this thing in the flesh. We don't want to receive it in the spirit and get the spiritual understanding of it. So, you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. That ain't even the power of the good news. The good news is this. So here he come pulling up. He said, now they want you to run under the rapture, huh? Don't go swimming with them in that. The Father revealed to me. He revealed to me that Satan then is going to be tied. He ain't gonna be tied. It ain't nothing heavy. Let's go there. Revelation chapter 20. We're finna find out the power of Satan. There's no power. It's only the power of your mouth and your authority that you give him. He never had no power. And you know what the Father told me? Satan didn't want power. No, Satan didn't want wealth. He don't want materialistic things. He want power. I said, but that's not too intelligent. He said he ain't intelligent. See, everybody in the world thought Satan want this. No, he just wanted the power that the Father had. That's what he wanted. He wanted the power, you see. And when he realized that, oh, you mean, that's it? Yes, that's it. So I give you an opportunity to go down there and cut up from the floor with those I'm going to put down there with you because they wanted to follow you. They just didn't go when you went. They'll be down there with you later. But I tell you what, y'all destiny is going to be in the lake of fire. You know what they say? We okay. That's good. That's good. Why? Because he could have put them in the lake of fire when he kicked them tails out of heaven. You get what I'm saying? But he gave them the opportunity to be down on the earth. And that's why when you've seen Adam pull up, willing to take his crown off in the garden before woman was even created, and seek the tree of knowledge of good and evil versus the tree of life, and pass up the other trees that also could have tempted him, because the Father said they was good to eat, pleasant to the eyes. Why didn't they eat that? Because their destiny were to come down and join the crew they were with in the heaven. That's what took place before the foundation of the world. You see, that's what had happened. So they get down here, they go strict. Because if you really think, why did y'all skip all the things in the garden to go to that? Thank y'all. Come on now, y'all. Don't tell me heaven ain't orchestrated this time. Praise. And when you see heaven's orchestrating everything, then you know where the power really rests. But right now, we give Satan the power. We give these men the power. We give these women the power. We give these churches the power. We give Catholic the power. We give everybody the power. And we ain't got nothing. And no sense. So the Father is showing me that when he said you come in, what he say? You come in and you leave out. The same way we came in is the same way we leave out, in a sense. Let me go there. Let me go there in Deuteronomy 28. I just want to cover that exactly the way it's said. Deuteronomy 28. And it's kind of helping everybody to understand and not believe the lies. But it don't matter. This whole book is giving you some insight, okay? But what's in the flesh is a lie. They're going to believe the lie, regardless what's prophesied by the Most High Yah, regardless how Yeshua HaMashiach pulled up telling us things. They don't care. All the prophets lost their life trying to give you spirit and truth. They don't care. All the 12 apostles come in and died trying to give you the truth. They don't care. These people don't care about nothing. These are those who are already born to die. Die what? In the lake of fire. Okay, Deuteronomy 28. And it says here in Deuteronomy 28, it says, let me get it right. Curse, Deuteronomy 28, verse 19. Deuteronomy 28, verse 19. Curse shall thou be when thou comest into captivity, and curse shall thou be when thou goest out. You're going to be cursed all the way through the journey, y'all. The way you're going to get out is when you hit that land, that promised land. And that's cleanup time. Okay? Okay? That's that new heart, that new spirit. That heart of flesh, that heart of spirit, a new name. That's when your filth is going to be clean. Okay? So as I was just listening, I was like, okay, now wait a minute. Hey, Yeshua, when you coming? I'm trying to graft all this in 2 days, y'all, trying to get it. When I got it this morning, all of us said, whoop, after I read Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and Isaiah talking about how he's coming for what is his, all three of us gave us prophecy, warning us. And guess what? All of their prophecies don't match up for what these men are teaching today, y'all. None of Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and Isaiah is matching up with these mouths on this earth. And that's what's beauty for me, because I always consider them to be my brothers. I'm a prophetess. They are a prophet. They are my brothers. I know they gone from what we can see them, but we shall meet up again, because I know that they are my brothers. That's why when the Most High have me in class in the wilderness, and then I'm getting bullhead while he's teaching me, he said, Ezekiel, tell her what it's like. Jeremiah, come on here, tell her. Why? Because they've been in my shoes. They know exactly where I'm coming from. See, so it's being in the wilderness is a beautiful thing, because y'all are bringing them up out of. Now what it means is, now he ain't raising them from the dead. Y'all got to understand, y'all can call a spirit to speak to your spirit, because we are one in him. Just to show me, yeah, you said you're on the earth. You ain't dead. But let me pull up there. Let me pull up Jeremiah. Tell him, Jeremiah, tell me, well, go here, Deborah. And I go there and when see here, that's what I experienced. I said, but Jeremiah, you experienced that too? Yeah. Oh, so that's what you're talking about, Father? Yeah, Deborah, I've been trying to tell you that. You think I'm going to run to these loudmouth men who full of abomination, adultery, witchcraft, sorcery, stealing, destroying, and killing at the same time? No, I didn't got time for that. You might, but I don't. But let me get to this. So what he was showing me in Revelation, this was the good news for me. And this did it for me. I said, okay, Father, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah then already parked me real good. Real good in the promised land. I'm loving this. He said, okay, now watch out for this. Satan gonna be tied up. Let's go there. Watch this here. Revelation chapter 20. Listen to how simple it is, y'all. We made Satan all that power because we gone. We don't serve y'all like we should, so we give all the power to Satan and put him on pedestals along with these flesh of men and women. Listen to this. Revelation chapter 20. And I saw an angel come down from heaven. Wait a minute. Who is that talking? John, is that you? Yep, Deborah, that's me. Here we go. Having the keys of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Hold up, John. You mean all it's going to take is one angel with a key and a chain? Come on now. Not to go after this big old Satan called the devil and the serpent. Oh, no, it ain't going to be no one angel. Father better pull that right hand up out of there. I know this is one angel ain't going to be the one that battles Satan by himself. You got to be kidding me. Watch this here. Revelation chapter 20. And I saw, John said, an angel come down from heaven having a key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. Now watch this here. And he laid hold on the dragon, that serpent, which is the devil and Satan. Wait a minute, hold up. One angel. Huh. One angel. The Father said, well, Deborah, wait a minute. Ain't nobody, everybody in the heaven, no, he ain't got no power. That's y'all down there giving him all that power and that authority and all that credit. He ain't crap. We know that from here. Angel, go get him. That one angel. What did that one angel do to Satan? And he laid hold of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and he bound him 1,000 years. You mean you chain his tail up 1,000? You chain him up. He left. Wait a minute here. This ain't that. I got some problems, y'all. I got some problems. You mean to tell me one angel with one key and a great chain came down on the serpent, the dragon, Satan, the devil, and he bound him up? Come on now. Why are we running around here mucking around giving Satan all that power? You know why we give him to them? Because we don't want to give the glory to the Father. So we give the power to Satan. And he ain't got no power. Listen to this. Verse 3. And cast him in the bottomless pit and shut him up. Hold up, Father. I got a problem. I got another problem here. One angel with one key and one great chain took a hold of Satan by himself, bound him up 100 years, shut his mouth. One angel, one key, did all that to the one who has to see the whole world. How can that be? That's going back to what he was telling me. He ain't never had no power. That's all he wanted. But he never got it and never will. We gave it to him. We gave him that strength and that power. And we shared it with each other. Satan's power and strength, we shared it with each other and made him greater than really what the heavens knew that he was. And I sit back and I say, Father, wait a minute, I got some issue. I'm all up in the wilderness with my hands up. And I said, wait a minute, hold up. You mean to tell me this Satan, this devil, this serpent ain't got no power? He said, no, Deborah. Satan ain't never had power. He always wanted it. That's his problem. He didn't want y'all materialistic stuff. He didn't want nothing from y'all. All he wants is the power to rule. That's it. And as you can see, Deborah, I sent one angel with one key to the bottomless pit. And every time I send them down there, I send one. I don't need 2 of you, Deborah. I don't need 3 of you. I don't need 4 of you. I'm going to send them 1 of you. And if they don't get you, they ain't going to get nothing. So if I can send an angel down with the key, with a great chain, to the bottomless pit, you'll think when that angel opened up that bottomless pit, all them demons will come out. No, they won't. You see? We've been giving all this glory and credit to the wicked ones. Even on the earth, we still serving all this Satanism, this witchcraft, and all this stuff, giving them all the power that they're not even entitled to. But we in the flesh gives them that strength. Now watch this here. And it says in Revelation chapter 20, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up. One angel shut Satan up and set a seal upon him that he shall deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. Now, you know what? I almost had a fit when I heard that. I almost had a fit because I was like, now, wait a minute, Father, something going on here. I'm waiting for the New Jerusalem. I'm waiting on that. He said, hold up. During that time, listen to this. In Revelation chapter 20, verse 4, and I saw the throne, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yeshua. Notice you see Yeshua was for the witness of Yeshua. Okay? For the witness of Yeshua. You all didn't understand in Revelation about the 7 churches. Okay? What you all didn't understand, that there were a lot of Gentiles and many others that lost their life. Okay? And you all did not know it. You won't accept it because the Hebrew Israelite movement have lied to y'all not once, but since the beginning of time. And you all have took their power and their authority of their mouth and made them something that they are not. They don't have the power either. You all give it to them. And that's on you. Because when you serve the serpent, you are of the serpent. When you serve the spirit of Yah, you are of the spirit of Yah. Which one are you? Or do you know? Okay, so watch this here. And those that were beheaded for the witness of Yeshua and for the word of Yah. See how they separate Yeshua and the word of Yah? What is the word of Yah? Spirit and truth. Nobody wants to hear spirit and truth. That's why they killed the prophets. Because they was bringing them the spirit, which is Yah's message of his word with truth. They didn't want to hear it, so they killed him. Okay? And which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received a mark, this is during our time, upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ. Christ is the power. That's that head. Remember I told y'all Christ is the head. Not Yeshua. Christ is the head. And we are the body, which is the servants, the saints, the church. Okay? So Christ, 1,000 years. So those that are in the body. Now, why isn't it saying those that are the Hebrew Israelites? Why is it not the tribe of Judah? Because it can't say that. Because he didn't graft the Gentiles in, and we are a body under the power of Christ. are teaching y'all, they keep, let me not get off of that. For what? Christ is the power. Notice it didn't say Yeshua. It says, and they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. Christ had a power, y'all. While we over in the promised land, we reigned with the Father's power and his spirit 1,000 years. We had it perfect again, y'all. That promised land is bringing us to perfection again, with Christ being the head. Now, how many years? 1,000 years. But watch this here. Watch this here. But the rest of the dead lived not again until 1,000 years were finished. Okay? This is the first resurrection. Verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that has part in the first resurrection. On such the second death have no power. Praise them. They ain't gonna have Christ. Okay. See, y'all didn't know Christ was the power. Okay. Now watch this here. But they shall be priests of Yah and of the power, Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. You see? That New Jerusalem is going to be about the power, which is Christ. Remember, Christ was the head. Hamashiach is the head of the body. And that's who we're going to reign 1,000 years with, y'all. You see? Now watch this here. And when the 1,000 years expire, Satan shall be loosed out of prison. Now, this is where you all got to pay a lot of attention to this. Watch this here. Watch what he says. And shall go to do what? To deceive nations. Why it has to take him to come out to deceive nations? Watch this. So Satan is going to be loose to do what? To deceive the nation. See, Satan know he ain't got no power. He ain't got no authority. He ain't got no right to do nothing but deceive. Because that's all he wanted when he was left his first estate. He wanted that power. He never got it. So right now he figured, okay, he's releasing Satan from what? From the prison. He's releasing Satan after 1,000 years. Now, 1,000 years, y'all got to understand. Y'all got to have some respect for that 1,000 years, y'all, because that's gonna be peace. That's gonna be it's gonna be lovely, y'all. Now that's saying everything else is gonna be going on in the world, but we just sitting up there in peace, paradise, y'all. Ain't that's what they don't teach y'all. But the world is gonna be a chaos, and when Satan is chained, then the world is still gonna be not like it was when he was loose. Okay, because they can't turn and make him the power no more. He's down in the he's bound in the bottomless pit. So therefore they out there. Now watch this here. But when he comes out after the 1,000 years, he can come to mess with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Watch this here. And shall go to deceive the nations which are on the four corners of the world. Now we understand God and Magog, which many say is Russia. So Russia is going to be the power punch, y'all, not China. China might emerge with Russia. So him telling you this right here, how in the racks behind do y'all make it China and everybody else? I don't get it. I just don't get it. They're not going to be able to. He's telling you God and Magog, and it is said that that's Russia. Whoever it is, nations are going to join together, and they're going to cover the four corners of the earth, God and Magog, to gather them together to battle. And the number of whom is as the sand of the sea, Verse 9, and they went up to the breadth of the earth and compressed the camp of the saints and the beloved city. Now, what are they doing? Magog and all the nations decide to come together. They already see us. They know where we at. I love what Revelation chapter 20, verse 9 says. I love that. I love that. Going back to, I told you, we are the body. We are the true church, y'all. We are the saints. Look in Revelation chapter 20, verse 9. And they went up on the bread of the earth and compressed the camp of the saints. We are the saints, y'all, that's up in the promised land. You see? So here they coming on, surrounding the whole camp. Now, you got to understand, they not up on us. They are so distant from us, but they surrounded. Magog and all the other nations went to the four corners, and they all decide to come together. Who caused? Now, when Satan was in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years, they didn't do that. But now Satan is out. He went to deceive them, so that he can get them to go what? Around, surrounding the four corners. They covered the promised land in which we were on, but not the land, y'all. They're on the battlefield. Okay, guess what? I'm gonna say this to y'all. This is why I say y'all be careful. Be very careful in how you give the flesh this glory and this honor and this praise, y'all. Because if you're so easy to give flesh of men and women this glory and this praise to teach you a lie, then you are of the serpent seed. You are born of the flesh. And that's what's going on. The wheat is being separated from the tare. And they going exactly where they need to be. Now watch this here. Verse 10, Revelation chapter 20 and verse 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire, brimstones, where the beast, the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. What's going on there? Let me tell y'all what's going on. The devil was allowed to come up just enough time to deceive the whole world to come after the promised land, those that y'all have brought to the promised land. You remember in Isaiah chapter 3 where he said he's going to destroy the men and the mighty men, and the men thought that this means that all the women are going to have 7 women to one man. They didn't understand all the men had died. That's why he's getting the dry bones up to take over to Israel, over to the promised land. He don't need your tails. See, y'all gonna die in this war in this United States. That's where the majority of the tribe of Judah is gonna lose their lives, on the four corners. They're gonna lose their lives on the land of the earth. They're not going to the promised land. They think they are. They don't know how to count. They don't understand on the four corners, the 12,000 is represented for the four corners. So out of the tribe of Judah, which is our nation, only 12,000. It is a small remnant. But let me tell you what happened. So as I was going over Revelation 20, I said, wait a minute, Father. The reason why it threw me totally off balance when he showed this to me is because I'm like, wait a minute, Father, hold up. I got a problem here. You mean to tell me that Satan was chained for 1,000 years just to come up one day to deceive all that was on the earth that was not in the promised land, to come up and surround the promised land? Now you have to understand, they didn't come up on us. They was on the battleground. Why were they doing that? Do y'all understand what's going on here? All that authority and that power and that evil and wicked that we keep giving the Satanism and all these people who chose to even add on to. And that's what makes Yah so angry with us, because we follow wickedness, evil for no reason. Satan don't have that power. We gave him that power. Now watch this. As I sat back and I said, hold up, Father, something wrong with this picture. Something wrong with this. He said, no, it ain't. It's just as plainly seen. I said, yeah, and that's a very powerful thing that is so plainly seen. How did we miss it? Guess what, y'all? We on the promised land, right? They on the battlefield. They not on our land. They on the outskirts trying to surround us. But guess why they surrounding us? Do y'all understand why they surrounding us? They surrounding us because y'all want them all surrounded so he can kill them at one time. So Satan deceived the world to come up to battle to get killed by one God. Woo-wee! That's deep. Everybody in the world, all of them die. All of them. Guess what's come? Fire from heaven. Destroy every last one of them. So all this time when Satan was chained up, they didn't do this. But once he came out from and was loose, he went into the city. Where do you hear that? And when the 1,000 years expire, Satan shall be loosed out of prison. And the reason why it said that in Revelation chapter 20 is trying to let you know who holds the real power. Yeah. Listen to what it says. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Y'all loosed him to go gather all the world together so he can rain down fire and destroy them. That's deep. Now watch this here. Then you get to Revelation chapter 20 verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, God and Magog, to gather them together to battle. This ain't even a fight, y'all. They ain't finna battle, y'all. They finna die right there. It's not even a war. They coming together because Satan deceived them that they were going to come after the saints. And they all gathered together, the whole world, just so Yah can destroy them in one place. What did he do? He did us. He did. Listen to how he did this, y'all. I'm going to show you what happened. So listen to this. To gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. That just, he wants you to know how many it was. Okay. And they went up to the breadth of the earth and compressed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city. And the fire came down from Yah out of heavens and devoured them. Woo-wee! So what battle were they fighting? What battle were they fighting? They all ready for the battle, and the battle came from the heaven and put their tails on fire. Every last one. What do they remind you of? Here go the Israelites coming out of Egypt, and Pharaoh and his army behind them. Hallelujah! And what happened? They were all drunk. The army was drunk. You see, it don't take y'all to do all this crap y'all think it takes him. He is the power of all things. Now he gonna let Satan out just to go get them round up like they finna throw down. How you gonna throw down? But you following the one who wanted power anyway. Satan wanted power. And he came out just enough to get y'all to gather y'all stupid tails together so the Father can burn you all up at a blink of an eye. Did they get to fight? Did they get to use their weapons? No, they were burnt up, y'all. So, was this a good thing that Satan did? Yes, it was. He was still on y'all's time. He was on y'all's time. Y'all said, come on out of here. Get on out. Go on to them and batter them. Get them together. Oh, he went on to the four corners and he got them all together. He said, all right, they're all together. Yeah, they all together. He rained fire on them and killed them all and then said what? Watch this here. And the devil that deceived them was cast in the lake of fire, in the brimstones, the lake of fire and brimstones, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. See, Satan just came up to do the work of the Father. That's who have the power, my Father. That's what y'all missing. That's why y'all been up and been down, and you're gonna be clowns, and you're gonna live, and you're gonna die on this earth. And all this stuff that's happening in Matthew 24 and all these other verses in Revelation, oh, you're gonna die, y'all. Y'all gonna die. You ain't that 12 of the tribe of Judah, that 12,000, you dead. And what they are mending in y'all heads is all of us going, oh, no, you ain't, baby. No, you're not. They got you thinking the whole house of Israel, oh, they out here killing and doing every sin against y'all, but yet they gonna get up out of here. No. All this hate that y'all teaching these men and these women, hate is matching your hate. He said, what you do, they shall follow. And then you doing it happily and thinking y'all coming to you. Oh, baby, you gonna find something right here on earth. And anything that Sister Deborah has spoken, it shall come to pass. Oh, it shall. And you don't think that they ain't gonna say to themselves, this is what was said to me. But right now, they on the high on the hog. They think everything is going according to their will. They don't even understand. You are set up from the floor, just like Satan came out of the bottomless pit, caused all the nations on the four corners gather with Gog and Magog to come together to battle. And the only reason why Satan was unloosed is to gather their stupid tail together so that God can kill them in one place. And that's what happened. Now it's on. Now people are about to be changed. It's time for the New Jerusalem to come down. See, y'all? So when you make it to that promised land, you good. You good. You good. So that's a blessing in the blessing to know that today. That you're going to be okay. He's going to bring you out, and you're going to see yourself coming out of these lands on the four corners, coming together, getting up out of here. But I rest assure you, based on what the Spirit was explaining to me in the last 2 days, when you get to that promised land, you're good to go. You are good to go. Now, what is also is going to, I think, take place with, don't forget, we had a multitude of men, which was the dry bones that he took over to the promised land. I believe they're going to be the one that kind of straighten up things in the promised land, because all of them that's going to be on fire and oh man, it's just going to be a mess. But it ain't going to be us. See, he didn't let them get close to us, y'all. But we were able to see from where we are at the hand of the power of Yah. We're going to see them sitting there waiting to battle, and they're going to go catch on fire. Boom! Heaven's going to drop the fire down, and he's going to burn them, every last one of them up. You ain't going to have to move. Our army, our men, that's the dry bones, they ain't going to have to take a step. Y'all going to do it right before our eyes in the promised land. Right before our eyes. And that's going to be someday, I'm telling you. So I will say that it's over. It's finished. So while we're running around here trying to be up under all these authorities and all these rulerships and all these leaders, they are not the ones, baby. They themselves follow the ways of Satan. You see, they come down here like this. This ain't because somebody done them wrong, y'all. It ain't because somebody did something to them and did this and did that. It is because they are born of the seed of the serpent. That means you are the ways of Satan, and they don't get it. They thinking that they can teach hate, all this wicked stuff, and they're gonna be okay. And that it's gonna be okay with Yah. It's not okay. And it's not gonna be okay. It's over. You're gonna be left right here. Now, this is the thing about it. Once he bring you out of the four corners, all these other stuff that's going to happen that Revelation prophesied, you're gonna be seeing all kind of things. You're gonna see, like, okay, I'm gonna show you what you're seeing. Now, one of you will give the Father the glory and honor in what you see today. Why? Because a lot of you are in darkness. You can't see Revelation walking itself out. All you see is what you want to see because you're so caught up in yourself to where you ain't worshiping him no way. You just role playing it and faking it till you make it, which is okay. I just feel sad for you because you ain't gonna make it as one of those 12,000s of the tribe of Judah, because you're thinking that you're gonna bypass everything. Someone said to me, but it seems as if everything is plainly seen. Yes, it is. It's plainly seen. That's okay. If the Gentiles can pull up with speaking spirit and truth, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? That's the part that bothers me more than anything. How is it that this prophetess can see them pulling up, speaking spirit and truth, and walking in a direction of the light, but then the Negroes stand around keeping up mess among Negroes, finding something they can get into to cause you to get caught up in they way of thinking, their way of feeling, their way of acting, and the way they role play on the earth. Let them alone. Especially these people on YouTube and Facebook. Let them go on and play with themselves. They're going to be left here, you guys. And it is still, to me, it's still sad to me to know that 12%, 12,000, the Negroes ain't even counted it up. They haven't counted it up enough to say, okay, y'all, let me tell y'all something. It's only 12,000 of the tribe of Judah. Okay? Let's count that up. And when they count it up, they should be teaching the house of the tribe of Judah that it's not many of us going to be able to get out of here. So if we are a part of the ones that's going to be counted in the 12,000, we better straighten this mess up. They don't care about that. They love the world too much. They love this earth. They love this United Snakes too much to give up Facebook, YouTube, to give up what they've been teaching y'all, manipulating y'all to believe and deceiving y'all. They ain't going to give that up. They are not going to give it up. And they ain't going to give it up for y'all. And they ain't going to give it up for nobody. It's being too good to them. To them, this is life. This is what they desire. They think it's more important for their subscribers and likes. It's more important for they get praise. It's more important for you to support them than to realize, hey man, I better start packing my bags and getting up out of here or heading to the light. They don't care about that. They're enjoying it. Those are the ones that's going to be left here. And the Gentiles going to pass them by and be going with us as the tribe of Judah and the other tribe, as they get, he collect them from around the four corners. See, and we're going to get up out of here. And they ain't going to even want to go. So that's another good thing, I think, is because of what, like I told y'all, you all might not believe it, but YouTube, Facebook, and all these media, these are Satan's territory. This is where you get great people deceiving people. These people ain't going to leave from that to go out of this country. They're going to look at you like you crazy. I ain't going to leave. I'm going to stay right here. That's why you think I'm building my heaven here on earth. That's why I'm building. He said you're going to be in end days. You're going to be building and selling and planting. And are they doing that? See, we want to make truth wrong so we can live the lie. We don't want to tell the truth that it has already been prophesied. And that's what it said. No, we won't get that credit. to Yeshua, who came and resaid it and prophesied it over, so we'll know what it will be like. We don't want to give him that credit. We don't want to do that. So what is actually going to happen is Yeshua is going to also, he's going to do his part in collecting the goats and the sheep. And when he collects the goats and the sheep, he's going to be putting them in the order in which they go. And each one is going to be judged because they already are in the Lamb Book of Life, or they're in the books. You see? So even though you see all these people from God and Magog all burnt up, that's their flesh. They got a spirit. Everybody gonna have to go before the throne of the Most High Yah and end up in the books or in the lake of fire. I mean, in the Lamb Book of Life or in the books. So that's how we're going to in the New Jerusalem, when it comes down, it ain't gonna be nothing on the earth. The earth's gonna be then passed away, y'all. The earth gonna take one look at the throne of he that sits on the white throne, and they gonna take off running. The sea, the heavens, the earth, they're gonna take off running away from the face of Yah, because they're gonna know what time it is. They're gonna know how to kick rocks. They're gonna get out the way, because now he has to bring the New Jerusalem down. You see? And there's some that's going to it's not going to die. We're going to turn from this fleshly body to a spiritual body. And those that are dead, they're going to come up and they're going to change from who they are as in the spirit, and yet to the spirit of heaven. They're going to be turned into more, what is it? It's I say spirit. And you see what I'm saying? And they're gonna come up and we're gonna all be met, you see, to stand before the judgment seat. Okay. So it ain't like we're gonna get away with things that we have done, but in Yah, we are already separated to eternal lake of fire or the New Jerusalem. You see, it's already separated. Heaven's already got it divided. And that's what Yeshua was trying to explain to us. But he was explaining it based on give and gave. You know, he divided it up into that mindset. And they couldn't the angels said, the angels that was standing before the throne, they were saying, well, when do we do those things? And he was telling them it was in them already to do those things. And they was trying to figure out, when did we do it? And what did we do it to you? He said, no, you did it to the least of them. You have done it to me. And who was them? Those same righteous ones standing there with each other. And that's what he was telling them. And then he told the other ones that you didn't do this, you didn't do this, and you didn't do it to the least of those that was around you and nobody else. And nor did you do it to me. There goes the lake of fire. So it's just like, everything is divided, and to me, it's a good. This is it. And it's good news, because it makes me see that Yah is not caught up in trying to get us to see all this messages that everybody's teaching and preaching. Oh, you got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. And when you done that, then what? Is it going to lead me to my destiny? No. It's just going to lead me to be the controller over you. That's what it's all about. That's what Satan was about. He wanted the power, y'all. That's all it was about, wanting the power. And when he told him, go over here, have you tried Job with your power? What you want? He said, oh, yeah, I can get him to do it. He never could get Job to do it. All he wanted is the power. So instead of saying, okay, no, instead of anything, he settles for deceiving to make you think he had something that he didn't. And we gave him all the power. And look at Yah and say, you ain't got nothing. He got more power than you. That's our mindset. And that's how he began. And that's how he ended up being greater and greater and greater and greater. We listened to him and his way of deceiving to gain the power that he wanted. You see? So he oh man. Woo-wee! He did it in the kingdom with his 1/3, and he came down on the earth to deceive the whole world. And don't nobody tell me that the whole world ain't been deceived by him. But he still didn't end up with the power. He ended up in hell, the lake of fire. He ended up in a lake of fire. He still didn't get it. The Father said, I didn't tell him he would. He know I reign. He know I am all power. That's you all following him and doing what he tell y'all to do. You buying into his power. He has no power, y'all. And I said, so that's why Job, he was telling you if you touch Job, he said, yeah, he know what my power was. He knew he couldn't do nothing with Job. And nothing with any of mine. I got to set that pace for him to do that by laying my right hand. So it makes sense that that right hand of the Father is what? His power. Satan knows that there's nothing he can do without the Father's power. So all this stuff about what people are trying to give Satan all this authority and give his group all this praise and honor, all these fallen angels and talking this and to y'all better shut y'all ugly mouths. Because Revelation is showing up and showing out. Going all down in the bottom of this pit. Opening up hell. How about that? How about that? Why y'all ain't giving him glory? Why ain't y'all giving him honor? He cutting up from the floor up in Revelation. Ain't nobody giving him no glory. Nobody giving him no praise. Nobody giving him no honor. And nobody seemed to see his power. But he sent an angel down. Go take that serpent, that devil, that Satan. Take his tail down. Y'all didn't have to get off his throne. John said, wait a minute, he saw an angel. How did that angel do all that with the one that said that didn't deceive the whole world? How did that one angel come down here and do all that if Satan was all that and some? Somebody needs to tell me what's going on in Revelation chapter 7. When y'all send the angels on the four corners with the wind. Go after them. Tear that ground up. But don't you do it until you mark mines in the forehead. Here go the seal. Go down there and do it. Wait a minute. Revelation chapter 9. Hold up. Hey, you. I'm going to toss you down. Woo! A star from the sky. I need you to go down there. Here, take this key. Take it to the bottom of this pit. Open it up and let them things come up out of there. And y'all ain't even giving him no glory, no credit. He don't get nothing. The Satan get it all. And we sit around, look at Biden and Trump and the elites who got the power on the earth. They ain't even got no power, he said. Try using what? If I gave you power, try using it on them and see if they can use it on you. They can't. But he said we've given everybody the authority to handle power and reject the one who holds all power in his hand. And that's a known fact. That's a known fact without a doubt. And we've been doing it since the world created. But all we know is we're going to have that. He going to use that power to get us out of here. See, we only want his power when we want to escape. But we don't want to have nothing to do. When we in trouble, we want his power. When we sick, we want his power. When we need prayer, we want his power. When we need help, we want his power. When we're in a financial situation, we want his power. But we ain't got nothing in us invested that says his power is all that and some. That we can glorify him day and night. You carry all power on the heavens and the earth. We don't give a crap about his power until we in a situation in our needs and in our wants, especially our wants. Then we want to pull up on his power. Then we want his authority. Outside of that, we don't give him nothing. We turn it all the way over to Satan. That's how Satan deceived the whole world. He portrayed he had power that he didn't have. We gave it to him. And when you sit in Revelation, you hear an angel having to tag his tail and take him down and muzzle his mouth. Wait a minute, I got some problems with that, Father. Yes, you need to have something. He ain't never had nothing. Y'all gave him that power. He said, how did you think you was able to figure out Job's situation? I said, sure did. I sat back and listen to Satan talk to the Father regarding Job. And I was like, wait a minute. He ain't got nothing to do it. No, he ain't got nothing. He ain't never had nothing. That's why fools are fools gonna be fools. Run around here talking about fallen angels in the last day, and Yah is sitting here saying, I'm finna end this, Deborah. I said, well, why are you finna end this here? He said, go to Genesis chapter 6. Watch this here. Okay, go to 5. Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5. And Yah saw the wickedness of men was great in the earth. Did he say giants? He didn't say giants. Did he say fallen angels? No, he didn't say fallen angels. And that every imagination of the thoughts of their hearts were only evil. Continue. So, if that's the case, what was all that going on then? See, it was they wicked and evil. And how did they cover it up? Oh, giants. Oh, the fallen angels. Giants having sex with women. See, Yah said all that. He said that's a sad thing because they missed that whole end. If they had gotten it, Deborah, they will be very aware today of what the end is going to be like. But because they miss it in Genesis chapter 6, they're going to miss it again when the Son of Man comes. Because all the signs that happened in Noah and in Lot is before them. And they see it not. They gave the power to who? What did I tell y'all? Now, okay, Father, I see what you're saying. Now, this is what he want me to say to y'all. He said, this is what he said to me to say. When you look at Genesis chapter 6, why is it y'all didn't see him? Why didn't we see Yah? Why didn't we see Yah? Why didn't we see Yah? Why couldn't we see this was his power? That makes sense, Father. It makes a lot of sense. You know why we couldn't see that there was the work of Yah and the power therein? Because we was looking for fallen angels having authority. We was looking for giants having authority. We booed him out and put them in to where we got lost in actually what was taking place back in the days of Noah. Because we got stuck on stupid here in the flesh of men and women of all nationality tell us that it was about something else when Yah said, no, go to verse 5. Verse 1 sets the pace. Verse 5 telling you strictly evil and wicked continually. Their thoughts, Deborah, every thought was like that. So how did it get wrapped up into all the fallen angels from heaven was mixing with the daughters, and then they said, and the giants got with the daughters and have sex with. You see how the sick man? That's a prime example. That's a prime example. We've been lying since the beginning of time, and we content with it. And we will continue to prophesy, not prophesy. Some people will. We will continue to teach the people that I. He said, see all my power up in Genesis because of they wicked? But they lied on the angels. And I told you it was the men. They were selling their daughters just like the days they doing now. Where's the giants at? He said it's going to be like the days of Noah. Where are the giants? They can't find them because it never was a giant. It wasn't about that. It was about him ending all the wicked and evil, the sin of men. Oh, they didn't want that. Let's cover it up, y'all, the best way we can. Okay, we'll say that his angel fell off. It was the angels, the fallen angels, which is the wicked one, Satan's angel. Oh, no. Let's say it's the giants too. Since he said it was giants in the land, let's say it was giants. See what I'm saying, y'all? Okay, let's back that thing and back it up and back it down. Okay, here we go. When you step into Matthew 25, I'm going to just show you what he was revealing to me today about how chaotic the mindset of us really are when we want to believe what we want to believe. So here it is. Matthew chapter 25 and verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heavens be like unto. Hold up. I'm going to mess y'all up with this. Then shall the kingdom of heavens be like unto. You know what it is, Deborah. And I'm like saying, okay, Father, I got that part. You know, I know that. I got that. I got that. I got that. I know exactly what you're talking about. He said, okay, roll this in. Like unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And I'm like saying, okay, I got that. I got it. He said, no, look at that again. Do you see that? That says the kingdom of heaven is like unto. When you tell them, my power ruled from heaven. I'm telling them what heaven is like and how heaven has orchestrated this. Tell them before the foundation of the world, the kingdom had already orchestrated this thing before the foundation of the world. So he's saying, when he says heavens, then shall the kingdom of heavens be like unto. He's letting you know heavens has orchestrated it to go like unto this. Then he pulled up into the parable. Watch this here. But heaven has orchestrated this. Now, where I got in trouble, where he was saying, now, do you see the 10 virgins? Each one of them had a lamp. Do you see that, Deborah? Yeah, I see them. I see them, Father. And then they went forth to meet the bridegroom. Do you see that, Deborah? They had the lamp. And they went forth to meet the bridegroom. Okay, I got it. I got it. Then he said, read verse 2. 5 of them were wise. 5 were foolish. Go back to Genesis now. I said, yeah, I know about that one, Father. I know about that. He said, when you see the split up where I told Satan that his seed and the woman's seed, you better grip this before this is over. So I'm getting it. I'm catching on to what he said. 5 wise and 5 foolish. I got it. The foolish represents the seed of Satan, and the wise represents the spirit seed of Yah. Okay. Now watch how he got me, y'all. Watch how he got me. He kept on telling me. Now keep reading. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. Now, what are we talking about? Heavens is like unto. He letting you know. Heavens, it says, the kingdom of heavens be like unto. So he wants you to know this start from the heavens, y'all. It didn't start with the 10 virgins on the earth. You got to place them in the heaven. That's what he wants you to understand. You got to place the 10 virgins in the heavens, not on the earth. Okay? So he said, okay, now you notice the foolish one took their lamps and took no oil with them. Okay? And then he said, keep reading. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. I said, okay, one got oil and one no. One took oil and one didn't. Okay, I got it. I'm thinking I'm all in there. You know, this is when you're in the wilderness and he's schooling you, okay? Then I get to verse 5. He said, while the bridegroom tarried, they're all, you see that word all? All, look at that, y'all. Verse 5. Matthew 25, verse 5. When the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and they slept. Okay? They had something in common, y'all. They were the same. They slumbered and they slept. But watch this here. And at midnight, there was a cry made. There go to midnight, y'all. What time we in? There go to midnight. And what happened? There was a cry made. Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Okay? Verse 7. Then those virgins Then all the virgins arose, and they trimmed their light. There goes something else they had in common, y'all. They all slept and slumbered, and the virgins arose, and they trimmed their lamp. Okay, you see that? Verse 8. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. Don't forget, your lamp never had oil. You came down here like that. Now watch this, verse 9. But the wise answer said, not so, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourself. The Father wants you to look at that and understand something. And what is he trying to get you to understand? Is what he wanted Sister Deborah to realize, which I didn't even realize, y'all. He shared this with me today. He said, when you go back, you know you've been taught the kingdom of heavens is like unto. It's letting you know it's like unto the kingdom. This is a way in a situation that the kingdom has orchestrated. So if the kingdom is like unto 10 virgins, the 10 virgins came from the kingdom. They are like unto. In the heavens, it's like unto 10 virgins. Only 5 was given the anointed oil, and the other 5 was not. You see? I said to the Father, why did they have so much in common? He said they were in common outside of my anointing in one and not in the other. So when you think you can come down here and fake it until you make it, or you think you can pretend you got what it takes, let me tell you something. Y'all wants you to know. Watch this here. The kingdom of heavens be like unto. That means ain't nothing down on the earth gonna overshadow and override the kingdom that has orchestrated from his level. That means when I asked him, I said, well, it seems like none of the virgins were ready. They didn't have that thing trimmed. They slept and they slumbered. They both got ready at the same time. One couldn't have given the other the oil, the Father said, because the oil was given to them from heaven. It was his anointing. You see? That's why it's telling you in verse 25, Matthew chapter 25. It says, then shall, now this is what Yeshua trying to teach y'all. Then shall, wait a minute, Yeshua, you talking like this is something that's going to be real. He said it is. Listen to what he said. Then shall the kingdom of heavens be like unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps. They came from heavens, y'all, with lamps. Lamps are their spirit. But only 5 of them was the spirit of the anointed of Yah. That's why they had the oil. That is anointed. And the other one did not have it. But it didn't stop them, okay, from coming down to the earth. But it did stop them from going back. It didn't stop them from coming down. But it did stop them from making it back. When the bridegroom come, even though it came down as the kingdom is likened to, what did it say? The kingdom, then shall the kingdom of heaven be like unto 10 virgins, which took lamps. All 10 had a spirit. But only 5 Yah gave the oil to. That's showing you that you walk your tail down here and think you are the anointed. You think you are the all. You better learn to give him glory and honor for what he have called you to be from the heaven and not from the earth. That's why you can't get down here and let people tell you how to live, how to walk, how to talk, how to dress, how to eat, how to speak. Heavens has already have you in and have you out. Did not he put out 10 virgins? And did not he give them all lamps? But what happened to the oil? He only gave the wise ones the oil, and the foolish had no oil. So they couldn't even go out to buy it. Because the wise one that had the oil they couldn't even show you as people today that they were worthy to have the oil they had. Why did not the wise that had the oil, why couldn't they just go on in? Why did they turn around and told them to go? They can go and get from those that sell it, because they had no idea. They had no power. They had no authority to portray as if they are the all. They are the one. Why? Because they had the all from heaven. It ain't like they did something on earth. He made sure you see they did everything the same. He let you see that. The 10 virgins did everything the same. Outside of when they came down, one had oil and the other one didn't. What that does is shows you who holds all the power. While we want to give the power and the glory to man and woman, flesh and demonic spirits and Satan, y'all standing up on the throne saying, hey, if the heavens and the earth flee from my face, what's wrong with you? That's what it says in Revelation. It's off the chain how everything, did y'all know the sun and the star gonna swoop the coop? You know why they swooping the coop? Because they can't share the light of the Father's glory. They can't be set out there when the Father comes. Why? Their light has to decrease because his light increase when he comes. So they have to fall stars. Sun got to go. Anything with light got to fall and bow down to the light. Because he is the light. That's why heaven ain't going to have no sun, no moon, no stars. He's going to be the light, which he always was. We never see him like that. We so busy giving all this authority to the flesh of stanky stuff, but we can't give him no glory for who he is, what he's capable of doing. Now, what I said to him, I say, so when I was talking about why were they trimming their lamps? Why were they doing the same thing, the one that didn't have oil? Because they were alike. Except for y'all had put oil in 5 and didn't put oil in the other. You see? So when we teach this thing, we got to park this thing into spirit and truth. Stop teaching this thing out of the flesh. And when you're parking into spirit and truth, you got to go back to Matthew 25. And it says, then shall the kingdom of heaven. Oh, wait a minute. It's talking about the kingdom. We want to make it look like it's 5 virgins and 5 is doing righteous and the other 5 is not. No, baby. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Where did it say they did anything righteous? It's just letting you know heaven rules. Those that I give the oil to, I give it to them. I can do that. Y'all better get with his program and stop thinking he got to get with yours. He ruled this time. We messed up from the floor up, not him. And we need to stop treating him and trying to make our stupid tails think that we can see him to be like a flesh of a man. Do you know what you're messing with? So even in this here, we're taught in the churches and in the synagogue, in the academy, everything the wrong way. He said, what was the guy saying to me today? He said, so you're saying what I'm thinking. I said, what are you thinking? When we're reading, we got to flip it over to the spirit realm. Yes. And once you can grasp it, grip it in the spirit realm, flip that thing back to natural. You see? But grip that thing in the spirit and then flip it back into the natural. Because now what? It's in you to know truth. And you can speak it. To work. He that's in the flesh and he that is in the spirit. You can speak the both. But you got to capture this thing in the spirit realm. And then this other person said, he said, and it looks like also everything is plainly seen. So this person was touch tagging with me on everything it remembered throughout life, speaking them scriptures, matching them with the with the words in which I was saying in spirit. So he was matching it in the natural of the way it is presenting itself. Just showing you one can't do without the other, but the one that's in spirit going to show up on the one that's in flesh and set it down. And that's the whole intent of understanding things in spirit and truth. Now, we run around here talking about the 5 to 10 virgins and don't even understand neither one of them was worth a dime outside of the kingdom of heaven who has orchestrated all and the other one didn't. He can do that. He said, I'm the potter of the clay. I cause one to do righteous and one to do unrighteous. Or one is molded to do honor and the other one is molded to dishonor. Who are you all to tell me what to do with mine? That's what the Father said. Who are you all to tell me what to do with mine? That's why they got lost in Genesis chapter 6, the days of Noah. Then you pull up. Here go Messiah coming. Messiah pulling up in I think where was that? The Messiah was pulling up in Matthew's, in Luke, in Mark, giving his intake of the reality of what we running around here monkeying around. You see, he's sitting here laying the foundation so we can see it. And then I said, I'm gonna show you something, y'all. I ain't got no sense, and I don't care. If I'm in the wilderness, and all of a sudden, he's telling me it's going to be like the days of Noah. My thing was, I got some questions. Why is the Messiah saying it's going to be like the days of Noah, matching it to the T, but missing a great deal of it? And what part is that, Deborah? Where's the giants? Where's the fallen angels? Come on now. They ain't gonna find them. So how is it matching? Marrying, giving in marriage, feasting, building, selling, planting in the days of Noah? It's giving you all these ways that things are going to be today. But when you get over in Genesis chapter 6, it's sitting here telling you the first verse, men was multiplying and they were having daughters. Why do we execute that out? Why is that executed out? Why is Genesis chapter 6, verse 5 is not recognized? Why ain't the Messiah talking about that? See, something wrong. Those are the warnings of what took place in the days of Noah and in the days of Lot. Why is it the main things are executed, missing? Something wrong. Something wrong. So therefore, in order for you to know spirit and truth, you got to have the spirit of Yah to teach you and reveal those things to you so you can walk therein. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that each and every last one of you all got something out of this. And I will say again, okay, that once you get over there to that promised land, it's on. You're going to be okay. But this is the thing that I don't think people really realize. We're going up and we're going out real soon. Because we have already been marked in our forehead. When you saw the angels holding the wind, and he's telling them to hold the wind so they won't blow on the sea and the trees and stuff, that was a hurricane that had to do with the floods you just experienced. But see, it's not happening to you here in the United States. We bypass it and act like we don't see it. That's why you all need to get on there. And it's a couple of stations that's telling you all the the chaos and the volcano and all that stuff that's going on. Why am I speaking of the volcano? Is because it's things that Yah has set in the spirit realm, and he's going to bring it in the natural realm. See, you can't put together him sending a star down here with a key, a star from heaven with the key going down to the bottomless pit. How you going to match that in the flesh? How are you going to match that in the flesh? So you got to go into the spirit to get what he's talking about. You have to go into the spirit realm to get what he's talking about. Because whatever that is that he's going to open up the bottomless pit to, it's going to allow a lot of people to be stung that is not marked in the forehead. They're going to be stunned. It's coming to get them. Let's put it like that. And it's going to be so horrible as far as a sickness or pain and hurt that they're going to die. And y'all going to sign death to make sure it stay away from them. Let them suffer. And he said, even after that, they still ain't going to repent. So it ain't like he's looking for them to repent. He's just showing you that no matter what he sent on the people who's already scheduled for the lake of hell, they're not going to turn away from it. That's going back to the virgins. The 5 that didn't have oil, no matter what, they can go and think they can get some oil from a pastor. So what they ain't gonna it ain't gonna make no difference. They ain't going in. So all this here faking it until you make it and look like this on the outer man and do this and do this and do this. And what happened is we working so much on the outer man till we have forsaken 100 the inner man. The inner man is what's working the body. If we're in the body, we're supposed to work together. We're supposed to come together. We're supposed to understand spirit and truth. Because he got the head over us. So in this sense, the gate is narrower than I can even imagine. Because a lot of us thinking we just going to walk in with what we got. And it's not going to be so. Why? Because heaven says, I orchestrated everything from the heaven level, not from the earthly level. Because see, we understand things from the earthly level. Y'all always wanted us to understand it from a spiritual level. But we as the tribe of the Hebrew Israel, Israel and the tribe of Judah, we refused. So those that he knows already that he has marked, it's those that he knows he wants to take over to the promised land, and there can't nobody do nothing about it. But the world is going to end in fire. Because when we're in the promised land, he's going to kill everything outside of us that's on ground by fire. And guess who's going to make sure of that? Satan. He going to come up out of the bottomless pit and say, where they at? Come on, let me get them all together. Wait a minute, Father. I get them all together in one for you. Once he get them all together, what happens? It tells you then he goes back to the lake of fire to live eternal in the lake of fire forever with the beast and the false prophet. See, he just came up to form the people into one so they all can die into one. They going up trying to thinking that they finna fight the battle with Israel. But guess what their battle is with? With Yah. And who fooled them? Satan. Satan came out the bottomless pit just to gather them together for the Father. Tell me my Father ain't the one. He ain't the king of all power. He said, open that gate. Let Satan out. Okay, go. Satan said, okay, I'll get him round up. Satan came out the bottomless pit after 1,000 years chained up. He gets out of the bottomless pit, gather the whole world together into one on all 4 corners, thinking they getting ready to fight a battle to come after the house of Israel, and they all died from the fire from heaven. You see what Satan did on Yah's behalf? Could Satan have done that if he was down in the bottomless pit? He couldn't do it, could he? Was not he chained? His mouth was muzzled. He was sealed for 1,000 years. Then all of a sudden, the angel went down to unlock him, get him up, and Satan said, okay, where they at? Let me get them ready. I have them collected. Give me a little time. He got them all collected and surround the house of Israel for who? The Father in heaven. You don't tell me who I don't serve. Satan didn't come up to try to steal power. Satan didn't come up to try to mess with Israel. Satan came up to collect them for the Father. So when the Father showered down the fire, they all would die as they surrounded on the battlefield. They wasn't up on the promised land itself. They were surrounded on the battlefield, and they all died. Now, if Satan was still in captivity, still down in the bottomless pit, could he have done that? Tell you what, Satan could have been in the bottomless pit, and y'all could have still set their tails on fire. How about that? How about that? Y'all didn't need Satan to come up to do it. He didn't need Satan to come up to do it. He could have still set them on fire. He just giving Satan something to do. You all just didn't know it. Soon as Satan gathered them together for y'all, go to Revelation. They tell you he was taken down to the bottomless pit. He just came up to gather the fools together so they can get burnt up on the earth for the flesh. They're going to get a second death when they go to the lake of fire. He wasn't doing nothing but to setting them up, just like he's setting many of you all up right here on the earth. And you're going to lose your life right here, especially in Babylon. It's so many of our people going to be left right here on Babylon. So many of them. And you know what? When you read Ezekiel, you read Jeremiah, and you read Isaiah, guess what? That's another thing about my brothers. They let you know your butt going to be left here. You're going to be left right here. See, they pretty much tell you who y'all's going to take. They even let these people, these clowns who call themselves leaders, pastors and bishops and apostles and priests, seers and call themselves shepherds, leading the flock and eating, getting fat in themselves. They'll tell them, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all be right here. They don't believe it. That's why I tell y'all, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah, those are all prophets. Already left the prophecy for y'all. Y'all don't want to accept nothing the prophets that he said, the prophecies of the prophets. Yeshua HaMashiach left prophecies. Yah left prophecies. Look at Deuteronomy 28. Do they hear? Do they hear Deuteronomy 28 end game? No, they don't hear it. See how easy y'all see how simple it is. They don't want to believe nothing in Deuteronomy 28 end game. Read the end of Deuteronomy 28 and it'll show you about being destroyed. Do they want to hear it? No, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They want to make you think it's about building. They want to make you think it's about building their temple on the earth, building their cities, building their group, building their family. And they don't understand anything that you do, it has to first be about the orphanage, the widows, the hungry, and the needed first before you take care of your own. But see, they don't understand stuff like that because they think that what is theirs is theirs, and even what is yours is theirs. They don't understand about the doing the will of the Father and representing Him. I want you to do this, do this. No, they don't believe in that. They don't believe in none of that. Oh no, I just want to get my group, my family, and we want to take care of each other, do what we want to do over there. We want to get these people out here and get all their checks and take care of them out here, let them get in tents, let them live on the ground or whatever. That's what a lot of them are doing, y'all. A lot of them. And guess what? Their whole organization is going to be left right here. That's why y'all allowed them to follow. See, y'all didn't even know that. That's why the Father allowed them to follow them. The tree and the fruit therein is going to be right there. See, they thinking if they even though they're yearning for what the individuals have And the family, they thinking they got everything. There's a holier than thou, and everybody else, y'all getting in trouble. If y'all ain't got what we got, y'all ain't doing what we doing, y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all knows the heart of man and woman. They can't rumble like that. Y'all look at them and say, when did you went out to the homeless? When have you went out to the fatherless? When have you took care of the widows? Nobody wants to do the work of the will to represent the Father. This is my family. It's about me and mine. Oh, no, it's about me and my camp or my group, my academy, my camp, because all the camps are against each other. I don't know if y'all know that they believe in so many different things. They're against each other. They fighting and gang banging against it. I'm telling y'all, that's how bad Israel is. And I'm not going to say Israel. I say the tribe of Judah. So up out of here, even it might be some more people from the tribe of Judah, but 12,000, that ain't enough, y'all. That ain't nothing but a blink of an eye. That's a very small amount. But that's what he's taking over there. But I like the idea of the dry bones, Father, y'all. You said you're going to take that army on over. I like that. And I will say that he's saying, see, a lot of people looking for the rapture. They looking for him to come to get them. The Christians looking for the rapture. Baby, you ain't going to be raptured nowhere but where you at. You ain't going nowhere. So when the prophetess sees the Gentiles knowing spirit and truth, I try to tell y'all. I told y'all that I think I've done about 5 videos on why these heathens starting to speak spirit and truth. And then these throwing Negroes don't know nothing. To me, that's strange. It's strange. And then when he now tells me, because those are the one that's grafted in. When I come for y'all, I'm coming for them. Because they're grafted in. They're going to get up out of here. They ain't going to be left here in this corrupted country. Why should they be left here? Because the country is corrupted. And they've been grafted in the heaven. See, we don't think like that because they have brainwashed us to believe it's a white and black thing. And they don't understand it wouldn't have never been a white and a black thing, even in their mind, had not y'all brought us disobedience, stiff-necked, and rebellion, nasty whoremongers here. Then it wouldn't have been a white and a black thing. See, they never thought of it like that. See, they don't think like that. They just assume that, it's the way we see it. And then there's so many people are walking around really following the multitude of the flesh of these men. And y'all don't even understand. They don't give a rest behind about y'all tales. They don't care about nothing that's going on with you, especially these so-called Hebrew Israelite movements. They could care less about you. You better start caring enough about yourself to find out, am I in there or am I out? Do I have all or do I have none? Am I foolish or am I wise? Am I born in the spirit or am I born in the flesh? Am I the serpent seed or the woman seed? Am I walking in darkness instead of light or what? Nobody don't want to go through those. No one don't even want to apply it to themselves. They just want to say, I'm in there. I'm in there. I'm going. And that, to me, should be the biggest disappointment. That should be the biggest disappointment. Is to just live any way that you want to. And how you want to. Feel the way you want to. Not even recognizing and glorifying and honoring him in the way that he's entitled. Don't know a rat's behind about his power, nor his authority. Don't know that he, before the foundation of the world, everything that he is was. Everything that shall be, already been. Everything that's going to be, it is finished. This is it. So all this other stuff that people are trying to manipulate you all to get in order, to do this and do this. Guess what, y'all? It's okay. This is it. This is it. They're preparing for their tomorrow. Your tomorrow has already been prepared. You don't have to prepare for what they are preparing for. You get what I'm saying? Yours have been prepared for you. Only thing you need to be working on is seeing where you stand in Yah, to see if I am one with the all or am I one without. Only one can tell you that is who? The Most High Yah. So you need to be getting with his program and not the flesh of men and women, or not the flesh of Sister Deborah. This is a spiritual thing. And that's another thing. When I'm sitting here hearing these Gentiles talking, I'm like, say, Father, I go before the Father. I don't come to you. I go to the Father, I say, hold up, Father, something going on. He said, what's going on? I said, I see these Gentiles is catching on. He said, and you know me, this started in the heaven, not on the earth. So well, what's the deal? I said, but Father, they know more than these Negroes out here. He said, they were already written before heaven and earth was created. What are you talking about, baby? They came in through belief and faith. So what's the problem? Okay, I get it now. All right, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just wondering, who are these people that knows what you teaching me? They sit here saying it just as swift. And the only thing about the Gentiles is listening to them, they are so sincere, y'all. They are so sincere. They don't be cracking no jokes. They don't be playing. They don't be joking. They just tell you truth and they shoot into you left and right and they pull off and go back, come back with another. And I'm like saying, how could they do that? And these darn people talking about we the people, we the Jews, we the chosen one, don't know a rat's behind about spirit and truth, nor the light. How could the Gentiles? Because they were grafted in before the foundation of the world, you guys. They got a place in Yah, just like you do. How about that? How about that? See, you never hear these doing men and women teach to you all. When they came out of Egypt, they had some Gentiles with them, baby. They had some Gentiles coming right behind them that wasn't of the house of Israel. You see, they won't tell y'all that. They won't talk to y'all about that. See, they don't want nobody to know that Torah shows that you always had Gentiles gather with you all. Gentiles ain't never been a problem to y'all. But y'all been a problem to your own self because you went up against the creator who was your God to have other gods that pleases you. So the issue ain't Gentiles, it's you. And that's what's messed up from the floor. We won't own that thing. I'm going to tell y'all something else. Sister Deborah is saying to y'all what Yah has revealed to her in the last 2 days. And it felt really good because the Father wanted me to know, don't get caught up in no rapture. This ain't about no rapture. No rapture up, and ain't nobody going to rapture nobody down. It's about what I already predestined, ordained, and foreknew. He said nothing is, he said, what he said, nothing is hidden. Everything is plainly seen. How is it we don't see heathens? They made all these movies for 20 years regarding this book, and we can't even see nothing in the book, but we can see the movies and say, oh yeah, it said that in the book. Wait a minute, hold up. The book said it before it was in the movie. So how did you get the movie but didn't get the book? This is how messed up from the floor flesh and blood is. Everything they've done, they have always put it out so we can see it. Yah has always told Satan, you leave that light on. Satan said, okay, I will. And he did just that, even to today. We don't want the light. We want to sit in darkness. We want to march in darkness. We want to talk in darkness. We want to act in darkness. We want to play in darkness. We want to speak in darkness. We want to talk in darkness. We want everything in the darkness because we are against the light. And when the light pull up, they go, oh, no, that person ain't, that ain't it. That's not it. Oh, no, it's not it because you sat in darkness too long. You don't know what it looked like to see the marvelous light. And that is spirit and truth. You don't even know what it looked like. So that's the difference between he that had the oil and he that did not. The wise and the foolish. He that had the oil and he that had not. It's going right back to Genesis chapter 3 and 15. The separation, how Yah created everything to be separate from each other. When it came down to, how would I say, righteous and unrighteous. When it came down to darkness and light. It was separated already, y'all. So we trying to orchestrate it down here to be the way we see it on the news and everywhere. But we don't see that heaven had already divided everything to be what it is. And that's what we're seeing, but we won't accept it. We only want to accept what the flesh of men and women is teaching us, to where it keeps you from seeing the spirit and truth of the whole matter. Why? Because we got to walk this thing in the spirit realm. and pull that sucker out into the natural. Because now you can tell somebody in the natural something. You can't tell nobody nothing in the natural if you ain't learned it in the spirit. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that each and every last one of you all got something out of that. And guess what? It just feels good. You know what's really making me feel good, child? Is to know that if I go to the promised land, live or die, wake up to see the New Jerusalem, y'all. That's a beautiful, that's a ooh-wee, ooh-wee, because that's the whole idea of keeping Satan away in 1,000 years. See, I thought when Satan pulled back up, he gonna go back into the people and deceive the house of Israel. Guess what, y'all? He's not going to. He's not gonna come back into us and deceive our people. He only gonna deceive the world by telling them it's time to battle against Yah's people, but he's setting them up for Yah. Satan setting the world up for Yah. So that's why he's going. What do you mean, Deborah? Because if you look at Revelation, it tells you that Satan comes out of the bottomless pit after 1,000 years, and he go into the nations, all the nations, and Magog, and Magog, that's going to be the ruler on the earth. They all going to get together to come into the battle, and that's going to be the working of Satan, y'all. Satan ain't going to even be out there trying to battle with him. Did y'all know that? He's not going to even be fighting with them, y'all. He's not going to even be standing with them. Y'all tells you in Revelation, he's going back to the bottomless pit. But he's going to the part where it's the lake of fire is at. So he's not going to even be battling on the battlefield with them. He's going to the lake of fire. And they're going to be out there. And y'all going to allow the fire to come from earth and kill them all. That's why they weren't going to be died by the flood. They're going to die by fire. It's going to kill the whole world and everybody in it except for those that is in the promised land. You see there, y'all? That is so beautiful. So all this rapture and all that trash, rapture y'all tail somewhere and sit down somewhere with that trash. Your tail ain't going nowhere. You're going to be right down here. You're going to be right down here, continuing to be deceived until Satan is chained up. And you're going to be continued to deceive until he is chained up. And after he's chained up, you're going to be down here. Everything's going to be good for you. Once he's chained up. But when he come loose, he gonna go back right back to them, get them to come together in the name of the Most High Yah, so Yah can put them on fire all at once. Talking about the battle. Sit y'all tails down thinking that Magog in the world and the people in the world can battle up against the Most High Yah. What fool would want even to try to mess with a right hand like that? A fool that don't know the power that rests in my Father's hand. That's what a fool is. Now he's gonna let Satan come up to gather them in a circle around, surrounding, and let them all get set on fire. All together. You see that? So he's just gonna be let out to get them all to die. So you see, Proverbs 16, verse 4, Yah said, yes, I created evil and wicked for the days of evil and wicked. How you like him now? Now, what Satan and evil on this earth can override him? We have read, we have studied, we have done a lot of things without the Holy Spirit being the head of our understanding. And we have been misunderstood so much. But I say unto you, pack your spiritual bag and get ready, get ready, get ready. Because now, what I would like for you all to do is keep your eye out for, you know, that bottomless pit being opened up, and those locusts coming up, and they're gonna be like a sting. That could be something that is about to take place. You know, they talk about October of this thing that's coming. They're supposed to do this and do that. Y'all better watch yourself. And I was thinking about, what is it? Euphrates River, when it dried up. Who are those things coming up out of there for? See, y'all messed up. Y'all messed up from the total floor up. What is those things coming up here? You think those are for Satan? You think the devil got the power to bring them things up? Come on now, y'all. All up in Revelation, all this stuff is going on, and you think the devil got the power to do all this? Because we forsaken the power of the Father, and we gave the credit to Satan, and it deceived. That's how he deceived the whole world, by letting us get this idea that he had the authority and had the power. And the Father told me the other day, Deborah, he got no power, none so ever. That's what he wanted, but he never got it. Only power he has is what we give him here. That's it. He said, Deborah, he's a spirit. He ain't got no power. I ain't giving none. You see? So we just giving him all the authority and all the power, like he all that and some. And the Father said, he ain't nothing. We did that. Y'all did that. Y'all one gave him that. I'm like, when you see how he end up being done, then you see all these things, you say, the Euphrates River dries up. And I'm like, why is all these people going to die? Father, y'all, you deep. You deep! Wait a minute, hold up. What is these things you bringing up? See, they want to mess with somebody? You want to mess with me? You ain't seen nothing yet. Who gonna dry up the river and then have these things coming up and many gonna get killed from? Come on now, y'all. Come on. Nobody think, oh, y'all, that's the Father. No one wants to go into Revelation. Wait a minute, y'all, we better be careful. That's the Father. That ain't Satan. That's the Father. No, because we want Satan to have the authority. And that's how he deceived the world. By deceiving people to think that he really had the power, and he ain't had nothing. Father said, Deborah, he ain't never had it. I'm like, I didn't give it to him. Y'all gave it to him. I didn't give him nothing. You see how when he was breaking down the 10 virgins, a lot of it I knew, because I said, well, why did all of them go trim at the same time? Why did all of them sleep and slumber at the same time? Why all of them was doing the same thing outside of one having oil and one didn't? He said, because they all was the same. They wasn't nothing no different from them outside of what I put in them. I put 1, my anointed. I put 2, my anointed. I put 3, my anointed. I put 4, my anointed. I put 5 with my anointed. And those are the ones that I came for. See? We sitting here thinking it's about our feelings, our choice, our authority, our right. Me. I choose him. He tells you what Yeshua tell you. You ain't choose him. He chose you. We just don't get it. He did that before the foundation of the world. So while we thinking we got this power, but you know what else? If he did this before the foundation of the world, what are these people on this earth doing? What are these leaders, these pastors, these bishops, these prophets, these prophetess, these apostles, these seers, these Moorings, these teachers, these watchmen, these priests? What are they doing? Sinning, clowning, acting a fool. To do what? To deceive you. They got a little taste of giving Satan the power, and now they want to use it on you. They're doing a good job, though. They're doing a really good job. But I just thank the Father for having his small remnant already sealed. And that's the way it's going to be. And that's how it's going to end. But it sure feel good that after we get on that other side, which is the promised land, it's going to be in there. And guess what, y'all? Real soon. Real soon. Because I believe Revelation is already walked out. He already told that one angel that went down to the bottom of this pit and opened it up for those scorpions. For those locusts. He told them that they better not do anything to those that are marked in their forehead. I think that's what he said. The one that was marked in their forehead. And that's a good feeling there, y'all. That's all I was trying to show y'all is Revelation is speaking to those who are in the light. We just don't want to hear from it. We don't want to hear nothing that the Father is saying. We just want to, no, here it is. Let me see something. In Revelation chapter 9 and verse 5, and to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. So what we're going to watch out for, y'all, is 5 months. We're going to keep a watch on what is going to go on in 5 months. Okay. So, and it says, and their torment was as a torment of a scorpion when he strikes a man. So a scorpion, when he strikes, it's like a real painful sting. Okay. So we know it's going to be something that's going to strike an individual. Okay. And it's a very painful sting. And then it says, and in those days shall men seek and shall not find, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. Now, go back. Revelation chapter 9. Let's stay back there. Listen to verse 4. And it was commanded them that they shall not hurt the grass, the earth, the green things, neither the tree, but only the men which has not the seal of in their forehead, the seal of God in their forehead. So we're going to be here to see that, y'all. That's why I say watch out for that, because see, Yah is telling you when he's coming. Oh, my Yah. Oh, my Yah. Do y'all get that? So this charge of this fifth angel that fell from the fallen star from heaven to the earth, and he was given the keys to the bottomless pit to open it up in Revelation chapter 9. So we will be here when this here strikes. So what we're going to do, y'all, maybe we need to work on following Revelation 9. We know we're going to be here then, because he's telling them that's going to come up from out of the bottomless pit. He's telling them only strike those who do not have the mark of God. So we that have the mark of God, we're going to see this. Is that what it's saying? That's what I think, with no doubt. So when I come from Revelation chapter 10, chapter 9, then what I do is I go to, I continue in 9 to find out of all these signs. And if it keep on going on, it'll lead us to when he's coming, y'all. It'll lead us to when he's coming. Because all we have to do, see, which I don't understand in Revelation 7, remember he told the angel to tell the other 4 angels before they let go the wind to bring damage to the earth, make sure gods are marked in their forehead, right? So he's talking to the house of Israel, okay, being marked in their forehead, okay? So he's telling them that the floods and everything is going to come. So we see that. Don't we live it now, right? We see that. So the next one is going to be the 5th angel when the 7th seal. Oh no, I have to go back to all of them. But from no, I don't. Revelation 9, the 5th angel, he's already bringing the locusts up, and he's telling them, don't bother mine that seal. So when I go to finish reading 9, I go to 10, and if it says we still sealed, we can be still sealed here. If it goes to 11, somewhere between 9 11, we got to keep a watch, because it should be able to tell us when he is coming. The next sign, we know we saw the floods and all the people that died. So we know we are running up on something that's going to happen. And all you do is keep in mind 5 what? Months. Okay? 5 months. And it's going to be like a steam. And people going to wish they died. So when we see that, we know, okay, that's taking place. See, all the signs are right there. So if we can follow from 9, finish reading 9, go to 10, go to 11, go to 12. As you keep following, one of them going to park you in when he coming for you. I never would have gave that a thought. I would have never thought to do that. And it might, I know where it's going to park us. You know what, y'all? Guess where it might park us? In Revelation 12. The woman that ran into the wilderness. That's probably where it's going to park us. But we can see what's going to happen, y'all. The prophecies. We see that 7 already happened, y'all. In the last, 4 weeks? We know for a fact Revelation 7 have taken place. Y'all, that's deep. I would have never thought to do that. So, 12. That's where we're going to get up out, y'all. Y'all see how close we are. Woo-wee! I wouldn't have never thought to do that. Oh, I thank the Most High, y'all. I thank you, Father, y'all. Oh, I never would have thought to do that. Because it's get bitter and sweet with John in 10. Because he had to eat the book. Oh, listen to this. Revelation chapter 10, verse 7. But in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he shall begin to sound, listen to this, the mystery of Yah shall be finished. The mystery, watch this here, of Yah shall be finished, as he has declared to his servants, the prophet. See, it's over. See, y'all, it is almost over. I taught that verse, that chapter in Revelation chapter 10. I was telling y'all the only way y'all going to get the right now word is through a prophet or a prophetess. These pastors, these teachers, these evangelists, these one who bring you prophecies or prophetic, whatever they call themselves, that's not them, y'all. Listen to this. Go to Revelation chapter 10, verse 7. But in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he shall begin to sound, these angels are going to begin to sound, and the mystery of God, Yah, shall be finished. Who holds the mystery? The prophets. He always gave it to the prophets. He didn't give it to a pastor. He didn't give it to an apostle. He didn't give it to the priest, the seer, the Maureen, the watchman. Prophets and prophetess. They're going to be able to tell you the rest of the mystery because it's finished, y'all. You get it? So the good thing is about it, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take out time and do my own study and wait for 9. Revelation 9. Go into studying to see where the woman is going to flee, which is going to run us on verse chapter 12. That's it, y'all. We out of here. That's it. That's it. That's it, y'all. That is it. That's it. That's it. And we can be able to see it while we're branded in our forehead. You see how beautiful that is? He didn't get us to the promised land. He told the angel, get y'all down there and see your minds in their forehead. So all these things that I'm going to let happen, it won't happen to them. But what'll happen? What's going to happen? We're going to see it. We're going to see these things happening. You see? We're going to see them happening. But it ain't going to affect us. We're probably going to have sadness, but we ain't going to be troubled by it because we got a seal on our head. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy 28. Until they are destroyed. Until they are destroyed. Until they are destroyed. We got to see these things happening. All these things that he said, what about all those people that died in the floods? thousands of people. Or not they being destroyed. Israel, Judah, many are being murdered. They're killing each other. Y'all don't see these people being destroyed until they are destroyed. But mine, they're going to be destroyed here because they're going to see all this. But I'm going to get them out of here to the other side. And that's where I'm going to give them a new everything. You see that? That's why you need a new everything, because this one here is going to be destroyed. See, y'all wouldn't even think of that. Why would y'all say, I'm going to get you over there. I'm going to clean your filth. I'm going to clean you up. I'm going to put a new heart in you, a new heart of flesh in you, a new spirit in you, a new heart for your spirit. I'm going to put my name in you. Why is he doing all that? He's giving you everything new. Because what you got, y'all, is going to be gone. Didn't I tell you, destroyed? So that's why when you get over there, he's going to give you everything new over. And what you know, something powerful, he said he's going to give you a new heart for your flesh. Y'all, that's deep. A new heart? You mean I can last another 100 years, Father? Yes, Deborah, you'll be able to last another year, another 100 years. Isn't that beautiful? No, we don't see him in that. We don't see the power and the glory that rests in that. Because we got to get on here and find somebody on here that's telling us to submit to them, to bow down to them, to worship them, to serve them, to honor them, to where we can't see spirit and truth. So I believe we get off the train in Revelation 12. I think that's it, y'all. So I, Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of it. It's called This Is It. Because I was looking for rapture to pull up somewhere. And he said, you don't go swimming with them people. Ain't no such thing as no rapture. And you know it ain't. I said, but okay. He said, Jeremiah, go into Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah. And they'll give you a little hint on how I'm coming to bring you all out. And when I got over there and I saw the way that he's planning on really getting us out in spite of the things that has taken place, but yet it's his chosen ones that still fall under the body of Hamashiach. It is not the house of Israel. It is not the tribe of Judah. It is those who fell under the body of Hamashiach. How did the Gentiles come in? Under the body of Hamashiach. They came in through belief and faith. How do we come in? We come in as the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The seed in the spirit realm, not the seed of their flesh realm. You see? See, we keep looking and thinking we coming in as the flesh. No, we coming in under the seed. The seed is under the body of Hamashiach, the true church, the true saint. We fall under the seed, the spiritual seed. The house of Israel and the tribe of Judah, that's not going to fall under that category. Why? Because they're looking at the natural seed. Y'all gave the natural seed the land. Did y'all not know that? Oh, my Father, why did you do that? Listen to this, y'all. You remember he gave the children, the house of Israel, the promised land? He fulfilled giving them the promised land. Did y'all know that? He gave them the promised land, floating with milk and honey. He gave each tribe their own land, their own territory in the promised land. He gave it to them. Those were the seeds of Jacob, the 12 tribes. He gave those seeds the promised land. Now watch this. Watch this here, y'all. Watch this. He backed right back up and going to give the promised land this time to the spiritual seed. Praise the mighty Yah. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. The first time he gave it to the natural seed. That's why when they got over there to the promised land, that's why y'all where y'all at now. All the wicked and sin that they did in the what? The promised land. Remember, the other one died out in the wilderness, but their children made it to the promised land. That was the 12 tribes. So what the Father is telling me today is he gave the promised land he gave the promised land to the 12 tribes. Okay? He did give them the land. Just as he promised Abraham. They got over there cutting up from the floor, polluting the land, murdering each other, whoremongering, idling gods, stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience were in the most beautiful land on the face of the earth, the most richest land on the face of the earth. They went over there and done that. So when they went over there and done that, this is why we're here today. But what y'all did? Ooh-wee! He sorted them bad boys out. What do you mean, Deborah? He turned around. And he's bringing them back to the promised land. But this time, it's going to be the ones that is of the spiritual seed. Praise the mighty God. How did you do that? Woo, that's deep. Woo, because I couldn't get in my mind. I said, why are you still saying, Father, y'all, why are you still saying that you got to keep your promise to Abraham? You did keep it, Father. You kept your promise. You brought them to the land floating with milk and honey. You kept your promise. Why do you have to keep your promise this time? He said, Deborah, that promise was to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, of the flesh. That's why they cut up like they did. And I brought the seed to a land like unto the way they conducted themselves. The people were like unto them. But I came back and I'm restoring the promised land. This time, Christ is going to be the head. And all the church, the saints, the servants, the elects, these are the spiritual seed that's going to gain the promised land. Praise somebody, y'all. Make sense. Now it makes sense. Sister Deborah's trying to battle with all the stuff she see on YouTube, trying to figure out how's all these people gonna go. Doing the same crap they was doing in the promised land. They are stiff-necked, rebellion, disobedient, whoremongering, running around talking about polygamy. Don't take care of the fatherless. Don't do anything to the orphanage. Don't do nothing to the hungry. But yet they the people of y'all. Y'all said they ain't though, Deborah. That's why I told you. I got my own small remnant. And they are the seed of the Spirit. Ooh-wee! Hey, Sister Deborah, now I think I can talk to the multitude, y'all. I can talk to the multitude. You mean to tell me the promised land is being prepared for the spiritual seed this time? That time it was prepared. Because I couldn't figure it out. Y'all never figured that out, did y'all? Why was that y'all is hung up on the promised land again? It didn't make sense. But now it does. He sorted the wheat out from the tare. You see? Because when they were over in the promised land, floating with milk and honey, they had everything they ever could want. And look at all the great evil they did. That was the promised land that was promised to the bloodline of Abraham. But then here go the promise to the spiritual line of Abraham is what's going to the promised land this time. That's why it's going to be perfect and great, y'all. That's why he's going to clean them up so good. Now, you remember when he was still separating the wheat from the tare. You see? Because listen to this. Remember, he left the house of Israel in the wilderness. and their children made it. Was it Joshua and them led them to the promised land? You remember that? They went in. Okay? He didn't give them a new heart. He didn't put a new spirit in them. He didn't give them a heart of flesh. He didn't clean their filth out. He just had them to go into the promised land and get the land in which he told Abraham he would give to the seed, the bloodline seed. But this promised land that we coming up in, he gonna clean us up. Oh, praise him. Because we're considered the spiritual bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Isn't that beautiful? See, I would have never thought of that. But guess what? That answered my question. So I don't have to go to the wilderness with that question no more. That was answered right there. So I always wonder, well, why are you giving the promised land again? You already you fulfilled that already, Father. You fulfilled what you told Abraham. He said, no, I didn't. I fulfilled the bloodline, but not the spiritual line. So that's what he's doing. This time, when he's taking us over, y'all, he's fulfilling the spiritual bloodline of Jacob's 12 tribes. That's why Dan ain't going. Dan went on the other one, floating with milk and honey. But Dan ain't going on this trip because it's a spiritual bloodline. He's taking it over, y'all. I knew it was something because I asked him over and over and over, why are you fulfilling Abraham? He said, no. You got that wrong. I'm fulfilling me, my will. The other one was the promise to Abraham for his seed to inherit its own land. I did that. You see how they cut up from the floor up. But this seed on this end is my spiritual seed. And that's what I try to explain to you all, that when our people are saying we the children, we the two Jews, we the this and we the that, baby, no. You got to go back to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. You have to understand, he that is born of the spirit is of the spirit. He that's born of the flesh is of the flesh. You have to understand who is the serpent seed versus the woman seed. See, and that's where it's a division, y'all. And we don't want to see that. But see, what the Father is showing his prophet is the one that I'm bringing over this time, Deborah, to the promised land. Go back and read how I'm going to charge the mountain, how I'm going to charge the trees and the fruit trees, and how I'm going to charge the land to start growing. He said, because I'm bringing my spiritual line over. He's taking his spiritual line to the promised land, y'all. And it makes sense. That's why the Gentiles is coming. They coming right behind us, with us. They don't have no problem serving us. They ain't gonna have no problem. We ain't gonna treat them like these Negroes today is telling us how we gonna treat them. You ain't gonna find nothing in there telling you they gonna be licking your shoes. You gonna be raping their women like these Negroes are teaching. No. Let me tell y'all something. You want me to tell y'all why all that's a lie? Because the Father just revealed to me while I was on this live that the promised land is about to receive those that are the bloodline of Jacob, 12 tribes in the spirit realm. So if we are the 12 tribes that's going to the promised land in the spiritual realm, that's not the same tribe of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is the tribe that's of the bloodline. You remember when I said David, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Solomon, and all of them are the spiritual bloodline? You can find them in Matthew chapter 1. Those are the spiritual bloodline, y'all. That's why you're going to see them again in heaven, in the New Jerusalem, because they are the spiritual bloodline. What Yah did is he separated the wheat from the tare, and he's taking those that are the wheat over to the promised land. because they are the spiritual bloodline of Jacob. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I got to go, y'all. Shalom and shalom. I hope y'all got something out of that because I know I did. Ooh-wee. I'm going to sleep good tonight. So I say to you all, I hope you did get something out of it. And I'm going to stick with Revelation starting from 9. And I'm going to pull all over until I get to 12 and see the day and the hour in which I can look at Sister Deborah. No, I'm not going to know the day and the hour, but I'm going to be able to watch the events that's taking place. And after these events, it's telling us the woman that's going to run out to the wilderness, that's us coming up out of here. We that close, baby. We that close. Boy, I got to read this here. So Sister Deborah said, appreciate each and every last one of you tuning in, and I will be back. Shalom.